Oh! Hello.
Good morning, John. Today, Joe Biden.
Attempt
Oh!
2 bribing Destiny to check out Sneako's Tristan Tate interview where he claims to be bringing people to God.
Cool.
What do you think that your best feature is? I mean, you're a big back. You're a big back. You're good run back.
He wins in the moon.
What do you think that your best feature is? I mean, you're a big back. You're good run back. Basically, what do you think that your best feature is?
Now that, my good friends, is what we call a giga yikes.
Strap in for your red-eye flight on Pog. We got a surprise late night stream. Bye.
All the racial scientific theory they had about black people. Explain that.
Oh, man.
See this smile? That smile is a mistake, Steven, and I'll tell you why.
All the racial
I'll bite. Why?
scientific theory they had about black people. Explain that.
Oh, man.
See this smile? That smile is a mistake, Steven, and I'll tell you why. You are correctly observing that the activists in this room are really, really not great at what they're doing. They don't really understand how optics works, how this would look to a audience that is unfamiliar with the issue, and they don't understand that fundamentally when you do activism, you are doing so to obtain effects, not merely to express. Because if you're doing so merely to express, then you can shoot yourself in the foot to the advantage of your enemies, Which is not to say that expressions of anguish, rage, etc. can't be a part of it, but they have to be part of a plan and serve a purpose, and most importantly, not run counter to your goals in their effects. However, here's the problem. That doesn't help you. Because at no point did we agree to a debate on whether or not the activities of these protesters was good or justified or reasonable or effective. It's neither here nor there. And you are feeling really confident because of how awful these individuals look on camera here when it bears not a jot on the actual question at hand. Which is, if you'll recall.
True. I need a different color scheme for night streams. Hold on. Ooh. Red? Oh, it's all the same. No, what the fuck? Gross. Oh, these are just... Okay, stop. I don't want videos. Stop. This is called a chill, boring stream. Don't link me 50 trillion fucking videos, okay? Jeez, that's so bright. Jesus Christ. 20 tier 1 subs in DGG chat. Thanks, buddy. Oh, the red is nice.
The content has been on fire lately.
Yeah, well, tonight we're just gonna be boring. Is this changing? Don't do that. I didn't tell you to do that. Yeah, these do change. Fuck it. I'm okay with it. Do you buy this housing market club speculation that's all over Twitter right now? I mean, the market's probably going to recede a bit, right? Interest rates are going up. Demand is probably going to fall a bit. What is the BBY drama? Oh, down 20%? Is that the drama?
Off that perk right meow.
Do you prefer tactical combat D&D sessions or more character-oriented ones like today? Probably character-oriented ones. I feel like the perfect D&D campaign is with 2 people. I feel like it's so hard with 3 and 4. There's just like a lot of fighting for space. It feels weird. Ryan Cohen sold all his stake in BBBY. Why do I care about what Ryan Cohen buys or sells? Ryan is yeah, I don't care. Why would I care what the Jimmy CEO buys or sells? I don't understand. Some 20-year-old kid made 110 million on BBBY last week. Yeah, not impressive considering he started with 25 million. Okay, well that's still impressive, but like they made it sound like he went from 0 to. I didn't know Curious Cat was a fan. What is Curious Cat? You just retweeted them? You mean Curio Cactus?
Love you.
I'm actually super duper close. I'm actually really close friends with her. It was really awkward, but we met and we hung out a lot because I was leaving her mom's house one day when she was coming home from school because I stayed late to fuck her mom 20 times. That's how I'm friends with all my chatters. With every single person I retweet. When you see me retweeting somebody, it's because I fucked their mom at least 20 times. And sometimes we meet while I'm in the process of fucking their mom. That's why me and Fuentes are friends. Woo yeah. Look at the one-day chart for BBBY. I don't care. Why do I care about this? I don't want to look at anything. BBBY stock. 1 day. Yeah, it dropped. After hours is also dropping. Oof. That's half its value. Gone. What are you going to do? My mom's underage. True. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next in this. Oh, actually, I guess I should finish all the research. Go to space? Yeah, I don't know what I'm... Oh, I should build like a thruster suit and all that shit, huh? How many hours do you have in Factorio? That one dumbass lefty CEO got me too. Yeah, fuck that guy. I'm glad. Fuck him. 1,400 hours. This is the first time I've played this. Can I leech off Sneeko? What is he doing? What the fuck? Oh. I just typed everything incorrectly over and over again. Jesus Christ.
17th placed, you know.
Oh no, is Hassan jumping onto the Sneeko train? Oh, he sees the clout. He's thirsty. Ooh.
Swim meet person.
Do you think he'll do it?
But anyway,
Pussy.
regardless, Fresh and Fit said you back down on the debate. I don't know anything about these people. I've never communicated with the Fresh and Fit people. I said I'm down to debate them, but they've kind of fallen off.
What? We just had 23,000 lives. We're touching fucking Hasanabi's numbers. What are you talking about?
Like,
I like how
whichever
Hassan's
one
honest
is
about
the-
it.
This
supposed
shit
to
is
be the-
lame, bro. This shit is lame, chat, that you could sit in here. No, I don't even know who you are, bro.
But they're falling.
I'm
They're
live
falling off.
right
That's why I'm not
now.
going to debate
You're
them.
reacting to my fucking face. Talk to me instead.
Yeah.
We're both live.
I feel like that would really open up his eyes a little bit more. I think he would be like a way. I think he'd be like a happier person. The Fed, yeah, fresh and fed.
Fresh and
I
fed.
really do wish I debated them when they were popping off, though. Maybe we'll see.
What is Hassan talking about?
But I have said that I'm willing to debate them. I'm not gonna fucking fly to Florida and be around them though. Like, why the fuck would I do that?
Then just talk on Discord. Oh my lord, bro.
These guys are pulling almost like
Clout
20
Wars
million
in
views a
2020
month.
arguing over 2015 content, yeah, it's kind of whack.
This shit is whack, chat. This shit is whack.
I wonder what Hassan is doing a month. He's doing about 20 million. Oh, just recently too. That's so
My own
wild.
tweet, but I think you'll really like it. You don't hate to promote your own tweet. Andrew
He's
Tate
such a
fans, I
baby.
got that dog in me. The dog. Anyway, I don't want to watch this today. I'll watch it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow because I am going to end the broadcast now. 'Cause
Pussy!
and it's already 8,
True.
coming near my bedtime.
Pussy!
But I'll watch this tomorrow, and we'll figure it out. All right, but that cucking video was crazy. Holy shit, that was definitely wild. No, I'm not gonna look at the fucking Dodge Charger. I'm not gonna look at the new fucking EV Dodge Charger. Oh my lord,
He
dude.
misspoke.
Oh my fucking lord.
Lasan's gonna Lasan.
This would be
What are
the
you gonna
perfect
do,
stream
guys?
right now.
Y'all are, sometimes you guys are fucking ridiculous, dude. You just can't stop yourself.
What I hate most about Max
GDM's
Fuentes
calling
from
me.
the last debate is how
just text
he
me.
isn't straight
Yeah,
about
text
his
me.
stances. He dances around it. It's so annoying.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Just chewing gum, saying nothing bad. This could be a W stream right
5-3-minute
now.
ad break now. Dude, this song goes so
But if you want to do a character study, if you want to go psychoanalyze me, why don't you just talk? We don't have to debate. I know you're scared of debate. Let's have a conversation.
it's incredible.
Chat, this is dodging right in front of your face.
Tomorrow, I will be live at the regular time after I work out. I got a big fucking day. Over the weekend, I have some fire content lined up with Super Mega. They're going to be coming.
So he was too scared to even fucking watch the reaction he had loaded up.
Not here, or whether Will's here or not. I'm probably going to shoot a podcast with those boys as well. I'm going to be on their podcast as well.
Shut up.
Maybe.
Let me call you down real quick.
Like the
Yeah,
string
what up? Your
doodles.
Wi-Fi's terrible, bro. Hold on, let me get. Yeah, your Wi-Fi's ass, bro.
Can you not see me?
No, I can hear you though. Talk. What's up?
Oh, yeah. So you trying to debate him?
Yeah. Tell him right now while he's still alive. You got his number?
He's not gonna do it, dude.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Oh man, he's trying so hard.
But he's getting off.
What?
He's getting off.
So why are you calling me?
Wait, didn't
I
he call?
was just gonna tell you that, but then he said that. That's what the reason that was before he said that.
Hey, he's still on right now. Just call him up real quick. Call him up real quick.
Oh shit. The fucking lamps turned off in the bathroom. Alright, yeah, I'll tell
Bro,
him.
call him up real quick before he gets off. Please, thank you.
He's hungry for it.
W plug Gideon. He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He just wanted to get on. That dude was taking a shit FaceTiming me. Hey, you wanna talk? You wanna talk? Yeah, obviously. Why you need to FaceTime? Yeah, obviously. Obviously. Welcome to Tier 1. Yo, chat, what did you think of Adam? Yo, that Bill Clinton shit surprised me so much, man. Woo!
What's the Bill Clinton shit?
Yo, thanks a lot, Pablo Escobar, for looking out, man. Appreciate you. Jay, you're gonna continue seeing this. People are gonna try to go at your character. They're gonna try to emasculate you when you talk about the truth.
Adam 22's dad
That's
got
why
pardoned by
everything
Bill
that
Clinton.
they have against me, they're not gonna ever be able
Damn.
to call me a trafficker. Everything that they have against me is stuff that I've said. So it's like, how much do they really have? That dude's pussy, bro. He knew that I was live. I'm jacking. He was gonna react to that and then just got off the stream. He's known for ducking. He's known for ducking. Destiny just texted me and said that like it's all a clout game. Bro, GDN's not gonna get nothing. GDN's not gonna get nothing. Dude was just taking a shit.
Damn, dude, he's so
He's
mad.
off, pussy. That's just whack, bro. That's just really whack.
Did ABBA
You wanna
offer?
get Desi on right now?
Did ABBA offer to talk to
I'm gonna get Desi on right now.
Hassan after he was
See what he
talking
has to say.
shit?
This
Or
guy's the OG. The OG Wasanabe.
that's okay. That's kind of an insult.
The one thing that we have common ground on.
Wait.
Let me call him real quick.
Yeah, why the fuck you calling me on the phone? Yeah, yeah. If you want to, go for it. I'm always on Discord. I'm on Discord more.
Is
than
he
my
live
phone.
right now, chat? Super whack though. You can put Lasadabi in the chat for that, for fucking dodging and ending stream when I say let's talk. People like that need to do research before they have a conversation.
Well, I'm so confused.
What's good, Destiny?
Hi, what's up, buddy?
What's up? How was the Dungeons & Dragons?
It was great. We were slaying dragons, leveling up, getting experience, role playing.
That's very. I love that.
All the best thing in the world. I was straight until I started playing D&D, and you know that's what changed me. I started masking up, and you know all sorts of shit. Just fucked with my mind.
So what were you saying? He's not gonna get him. Did he know that I was live streaming and that's why he decided to just end the stream just now?
He definitely knew you were streaming. I don't know. That's why he ended the stream. It might have been his normal stream time. But he's
Well,
like,
he loaded up that other video and then turned it off.
there's gonna be like mods and shit that are telling him like what's going on and stuff. Like that's always gonna be happening. But the way that he kind of orients is that like if he doesn't have like some huge like clout thing to gain, he's never gonna ever fuck with you. So if you can find somebody on your stream that's like really 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 big, he might fuck with you. But if he doesn't think there's something to gain, he'll never do it.
It's not even about fucking with me. I'm not looking for the clout. I'm tired of him getting on stream calling me an incel and then not being able to talk. Like
Yeah, he does this to everybody. That's like his MO.
You're liberal, but still like you're able to have open conversation and it's very entertaining for people. Adam22 was just on. He was talking about you for mad long, saying that he's been listening to all our debates.
Yeah, the part of the reasons why I had to leave that like lefty community is because all of them kind of have like they make these like reasons why they won't talk to people, but in reality, it all comes down to clout. So like for instance, like Vosh will say like, oh, like we can't talk to harmful figures on the right because it's bad platforming. But if they're more popular than me, I can because I can take their audience, right? So they always have like an excuse for why if they can get clout, they'll talk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know anything about Vosh. Is he the most liberal out of all of them?
Imagine if like, do you ever play a game called Metal Gear Solid or no?
No, the Super Smash Bros. Version, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Imagine if you could like take a clone of me and Hassan, but combine like the worst traits of both of us and make a bastard child. That would be Vosh. So he's like a super far left person, but he's not very funny. He's not very smart. But yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That shit is very annoying about the left. That they will do very predictable stuff to try to emasculate you, and they'll go at your character rather than the argument because they're not very good at arguing and they can't have debates. That's why I don't think you're a real liberal, because you're actually capable of having a conversation without being prepared. Bro, yesterday I react to the L3 debate with Steven Crowder. That dude was so pussy, he brought on another guy to talk, and he called it a debate in the title.
Oh, well, yeah, and the funny thing is that, do you know who Tumat is?
Yeah, of course. Tumat, same shit. Lots of not abducted.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Why?
Because Hassan thought that Tumat had me waiting in the background. So Hassan didn't want to talk to him because he was too paranoid for it. Because Tumat and I have fucked around like joking about that before. But it's funny because Hassan is on stream laughing so hard when Ethan ambushed Steven Crowder with Sam Cedar. Yeah, and he was like, it's the funniest thing ever, like Steven Crowder got owned or whatever. But Hassan would not talk to Tumat about what they were tweeting about because he was so fucking scared that Tumat was going to drag me in or some shit. But yeah, so it's like at the end of the day, like
your people are slimy, man.
Yeah, no shit, they are.
Slimy.
That's not even the slimiest part. The funniest part is that these guys are all like open discourse and debate until they get famous, and then as soon as they get famous, they're like fuck off. Like the only reason, like one of the big reasons why people like Hassan and Vosh got big is because I was willing to platform them. Because like I like to platform everybody. I'll argue with anybody. But as soon as they start to, and when they're smaller, you know, they're like, oh yeah, we should debate everybody. It's really important, open discourse. But as soon as they get a little bit of clout. Now, if you don't have the same viewership as them or whatever, they don't want to fuck with you.
He was just saying that about on Fresh and Fit, saying that I'm not ducking Fresh and Fit. I just have more clout than them. But when we were on Fresh and Fit, it was 23,000 live. He had 26,000 live. Mm-hmm. That's the same.
Yeah.
How are you going to try to say that they fell off when they're reaching like the viewers that you have right now?
Yeah, and they've only been streaming for like a year and a half, you know?
It's annoying when it doesn't become a world of free speech and it's just about who has more clout. Like the reason I got into this is to seek truth. The reason that I'm there talking on a podcast about insecurities is to be open and honest and have open dialogue. Mm-hmm. And people are too afraid to have that nowadays. I took an L on a podcast specifically for that reason. But that's all they're gonna have. Bro, man, I should have done that, bro.
You should have done what?
Now, actually, no, I don't regret it. I meant talking about it on a podcast. I remember telling Myron about that, how I went to the swinger party, did the couples. He's like, oh, don't talk about that. I'm like, I already did. It's too late.
Oh, because people do the cuck thing about your girlfriend or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Who cares? I guess that's easy for me to say, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. How do you get over that? Because that shit, like low-key right now, I'm trying to act like I don't care at all, but I'm irritated. I'm irritated that I'm gonna get so many tweets right now. That's gonna be in every comment section. I'm gonna see it on Reddit. I'm gonna see it everywhere. How do you get past that?
I think there's two things to keep in mind. I think the first thing is that, first of all, it's normal to judge yourself based on what people around you say, right? That's probably, you need that for like a healthy society. People should be worried about what each other thinks, because otherwise you just get a bunch of people running off into the forest doing nothing, and you know, society falls apart. So the first thing is to accept that, like, yeah, when people think shitty things about me, it kind of bothers me. The second thing is a lot harder, but if you spend, and this is kind of, not to get into like all the red pill shit, but it's one of the reasons why I'm critical of a lot of those thoughts. When you're constantly looking outside of yourself for validation, you don't develop a lot of internal validation. And when you don't have that internal validation, other people's negative thoughts of you will tear you down really hard. So like, I can joke about like my relationships or being a cock or Melina or whatever, because when I think about how I feel about my relationship, the only person's opinion that matters is mine and Melina's. Those are the only two people I'm worried about. As long as I'm happy in my relationship and she's happy, then I'm chill. People on the outside will project. What? Yeah. Go
at
ahead.
the time when I was in that relationship, it was completely that relationship ended a long time ago. I'm not with. It's been and I felt comfortable enough to talk about it because it didn't threaten my relationship. What were you saying? My bad for interrupting.
Well, I was no, you're good. I mean, like, but like, just thinking about it like that, instead of trying to be okay with everything, you're trying to make it so other people shouldn't care about it, right? But the reality is that you're the one that has to not care about it, because the more you try to like push people away, well, it was a long time ago. It's like, well, once a cook, always a cook. You know, like people always say shit like that. But at the end of the day, like,
if it takes you, they're gonna latch onto it more. So you just have to not care about the insults that people have.
Yeah, which is really hard to do. That's like an inhuman thing to do. Like a normal human being isn't built for the level of direct negative engagement you get from online shit. That's just, yeah. But any online content creator will tell you that. It's insane.
Why do you think that people come at my character a lot for that, but someone like Patrice O'Neal, who's done the same thing and talked about it very publicly and in detail and was like my inspiration for going to a swinger party, why does his character not get defamed for that?
I don't know enough about him to know like that situation or why he does or doesn't. I'd have to know more about him. I can't say. Why did he take his girl to a swinger party or some shit?
Yeah, he took his girl to a swinger party because he wanted to have an open relationship and he wanted to be fair on both sides. Same reason. I wanted to fuck other bitches, so I went to a swinger party. It's like, okay, let's do a couple swap. Because if I could do this thing and go step out of the crib and do my own thing, then I should be able to supervise it. And I don't want you to go out and do it off on your own. I want to see it if it's going to happen. Saw it and I hated it. And now I hear this other red pill stuff. It's like, oh, okay, an open relationship should not even be possible for a girl. I should be able to do what I want, and the girl should not be able to do it at all. But I thought that I was strengthening my jealousy and ego by witnessing it, but it didn't. It fucking, I was like, oh, huh.
Sure.
Patrice didn't care at all. Patrice just said like, it's just sex.
Yeah, I mean, some people do, some people don't. Like the most common stories you hear this for are threesomes. It'll be a guy and a girl, and they're like, we want to bring a third person in and have sex, and it'll be fun. Usually it's female, female, male. But oftentimes you'll hear them, they'll talk about it beforehand. They're both cool. They're both excited. They're fantasizing about it. And then as soon as it starts happening, somebody sees it and their mind gets fucked. Because it's hard to tell but before you're actually in a situation, like how you're going to emotionally respond to it, you know? But I mean, like, some things you just have to experience.
A male, female is a train. That's not a threesome.
You can call it what you want, but I'm saying, like, from the woman's side or the man's side, like, you don't often know how you're going to respond to a situation until you're in it. That's just like part of life, right? Like, it just happens. Like, you can think you're ready for something, and then as soon as you're in it, you know, your mind can get fucked for whatever reason.
Has that happened to you?
No, but I think I'm probably a little colder than most, so it's a little different on my end. But I think it has happened with most people. Or you can read a lot of stories. Like I said, the threesome thing is the most common, where people go to try something and then once they're in it, they're like, holy shit, like, this is like mind fucking me really hard.
What have you noticed about like your experience on the internet? Do you think that people appreciate honesty, or do they use information against you?
I think this is always what you have to consider when you're doing online stuff. I'm going to be a little gay for a second, okay? When you are being really honest, okay, what you're really doing is you're being more vulnerable, because honesty means you're showing people more of yourself, essentially, right? You're not playing a character. You're really showing people what's inside of you. When you do that, two things happen. One, the people that like you have more to respect and more to like because they're getting to know you more. But the people that hate you have more to hate and more to attack you with because they're getting to get more access to stuff they can hate you with, right? So every time you open up more or you're more honest, you're inviting people to like you and hate you more. That's just, yeah, that's just part of what it is, you know?
Have you always been really cold, or has it developed from streaming for so many years?
I always have been, but it's like a thing since childhood or whatever. Like that's just it. Just but I'm not like the norm for anything. That's why like even though I live the lifestyle I do and I say the things I say, like I always tell people like I don't recommend any part of my lifestyle for anybody because I'm way off the norm for a lot of the kind of like emotional processing on stuff.
Someone donate said Destiny doesn't care what other people, even his wife, thinks. So this is very different from him. For him, but I do think you care. You always talk about chemistry and the emotional connection.
Yeah, I care.
and
Absolutely, I care about what my wife thinks, right? But like when I say that like I don't care about what other people think, to some extent that's not true. If I didn't care, why would I say anything online ever? When I say I don't care about what other people think, what I mean is that I have a core idea of who I am and how I view myself, and other people's negative criticisms of me don't change that understanding of myself. Yeah. But like if a bunch of people see me and they're like, oh, you're really mean to this person, then I might be like, okay, maybe I should be less mean to this person. But a bunch of people see me and they're like, oh, you're a dumb fuck. I know I'm not a dumb fuck. Like that's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna change that like core vision I have of myself, right?
Someone said Vosh is live right now. He wants to talk to you.
Anytime people say that, always get a clip because
they're usually donating and faking.
Yeah. Sometimes people do. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So here's something I'm curious actually because you've been streaming for a long time.
No, I haven't.
Or hold on, I'm sorry. You've been doing online content for a long time, right?
Yeah.
What is it like for you to grow and change as a person when at 14 you're already getting so much feedback online telling you that like you're doing a good job, you've got a good mind, you're doing cool stuff? Like are you ever worried that you'll fall into the trap? And I'm not talking about Red Pill shit. I'm just saying in general that like when you're 14, 15, 16, 17, you're going to get stuck thinking something forever just because people are like reinforcing it at like an early age.
No, I've always trusted and challenged myself to put my thoughts and ideas online, to pressure myself to grow and change in front of people, and to stay true to my character. Because I feel like if I wasn't honest, I would have gotten exposed right now. I think I like the pressure of having to be myself publicly, because it makes me hold myself accountable right now. Like right now, I had Adam22 on, and he was talking about how Bill Clinton pardoned his dad, and he has all these like demon tattoos, and he's like repping this stuff. That shit made me a little uncomfortable. And then I have Lasanabi talking about like the swinger party story, and that shit's making me uncomfortable. But I like
wait,
the pressure.
Hassan was bringing that up?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh damn, I didn't know he was. That's kind of weird.
What do you thought I was talking about?
Or I just thought random people on the internet were bringing it up. I don't know who Hassan was, but okay.
No, random people have been bringing up, and that's why I was just trying to get him on stream, bro. He just reacted to it. Wait, why did you DM me?
I was watching you react to him, but I'd like just clicked on the stream and then I saw he was dodging and I saw you trying to get him on.
He was reacting to the swinger party story.
Gotcha. I didn't see the first part of
him on now. Okay. He was reacting to that and calling me a cuck and saying this stuff, so I just wanted to talk to him.
Gotcha. But you know that he like I'm not shitting on him for this because I don't think there's a problem with it, but you know he was dating a porn star before that, right? Like Janice Griffin. So it's kind of so it's kind of weird for him to
call me a cuck.
Yeah, but I don't think he's a cuck. But I don't think that swinging makes you a cuck. But yeah, I don't know. There's kind of a weird attack from him, but whatever.
Yeah, so his girlfriend was getting fucked on camera, but you're calling me a cuck because I went to a swinger party?
Yeah, sure, but with your mentality, it sounds like what you're trying to do is call everybody a cuck, whereas I'm saying...
No, I'm not trying to call him a cuck. I'm not trying to call a cuck. I'm trying to point out the hypocrisy in
that. Yeah. Hypocritically, I would say, yeah, that's true.
I never even called you a cuck.
Sure, yeah, that's cool. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're not a cuck, Destiny.
Thanks, wow.
I'm not a cuck. Lasanabi's not a cuck. Nobody's a cuck.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Well, good ammo for when that debate does happen.
With Hassan?
With Lasan.
Did you ever see his debate with fucking... Do you know who Christian Walker is?
No.
Oh, shit. Some, like, TikToker conservative dude. But that was pretty funny. Holy shit.
Why do you get wrong with a TikToker but not a streamer?
Because Christian Walker was, I think, he was, like, pretty popular. I think he was, like, blowing up.
So it's all about clout.
Yes, 100%. For Hassan, he could, like, 2 twin girls or women could go up to him, like, 22 years old, tens, hottest fucking women in the world, and offer to give him a fucking double blowjob, no strings attached. And his first question would be like, how many followers do you have on Instagram? And he would walk away if they weren't fucking like famous. That's how like clout wired that dude's brain is. He's on another... I'm almost impressed by like the level of clout seeking that guy's head is on.
Is it the nepotism? How do you think he got to that point?
I mean, career-wise, has benefited him, right? Like he's always like looking to kind of like climb up and step up. That's just the kind of person he is. But I mean, he's done really well doing it. I mean, I was like one of the rungs, and he kept going. So yeah, he's doing a good job. He had fucking like AOC on his stream, right? Like playing Among Us and shit. So
Scott Aragon donated 20 said, Destiny, you seem very much bothered with an FNF during the show with what they were saying. Would you go back, and what were your trigger points? Yeah, you would go back, and they want you back too. You know, the Fresh and Fit fans actually really enjoyed. They really like you.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't bothered at all. I mean, the chat was pretty insane. You saw it on the screen.
Yeah, I think the super chats get a little bit too disrespectful. But I was reading the subreddit, and they really fucked with you. They like the
No, yeah, the
back
subreddit,
and
the
forth.
YouTube comments. Yeah.
We get an echo chamber because I agree with Myron on pretty much everything. So a lot of time I'm just there talking like, yeah. I'm kind of like the MC or a hype man. I can see how that can get boring, but having you back and forth on it makes for a really good stream. Especially I noticed with Nick Fuentes yesterday, like when you guys are going back and forth and you're talking really autistic and fast, it's like, whoa, these like high IQ. I'm like, whoa, bro, I gotta read more. Holy shit, this is some high IQ shit. And then your low IQ statement. I'm like, damn, fuck, I need to be more autistic.
I mean, it's like different. It's just different life skills, right? Also, keep in mind that like I've been doing this for like fucking 7 years or some shit now, right?
But you didn't answer the question though. What triggered you on FNF, and would you go back?
I don't think anything triggered me. If I was gonna get triggered by like chat or donors or something, I would be already like fucked as a streamer. So
yeah, I don't think you were triggered.
Yeah, no. If anything triggered me, it was the fucking girls, but damn. What?
The girls triggered you, but not all the red pill statements? That kind of goes against.
I'm
the
just saying
liberal...
that just all the those Zans 1 and Zans 2 next to you were, it was a lot, but.
You remind me of that frog that normies ree. You probably had a turtle like when they could have named 3 countries.
Okay, it wasn't normies. These girls are not normies. Okay, these girls are something different. All right, these girls are from another dimension. All right, these are not normal. Not to shit on them. Now I feel mean like I'm shitting on them, but.
Aw, you just call them Zam 1 and Zam 2.
Well, you called them that. I was just so you knew who I was referring to. Okay.
But you go back on?
Yeah, of course. It's way more entertaining talking to people who disagree with you than like getting somebody on and be like, yeah, I agree. Yeah. It's like, okay. I don't know. That shit's boring to me.
Eula donated 5 and said you wanted to see your girl with a guy to ease the guilt that came with infidelity. You wanted to see her do it so you weren't the only guilty one of cheating. Bro, I was trying to be equality. I'm out here fucking. It's not fair. Let me see it to make it even. But I should have seen that coming. I really thought that they were going to see past that in the podcast. I had no thought in my mind that I was going to get called a cuck after that. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right?
From
you just have to bob and weave.
Oh, shit. What? That didn't happen the day I was on, right? Was that before I was on? The other day? Or like an earlier day? Or
What you mean?
when people were calling you a cuck or whatever? Or
Oh, they've been calling me that for months.
Oh, okay.
They've been calling me ever since I did that podcast. People dig it up and they say that like that was the start of my villain arc. Yo, one thing about Liv's Destiny, and your fans love it. I've been reading your subreddit, Lasanabi.
Yeah.
Yo, you Livs love to psychoanalyze me. You treat me like a character study. It's like a movie review. People like to figure out like where I did this or where I did that. I think what makes me different from a lot of other streamers is maybe because I've grown up in front of it. But yo, you libs really love to psychoanalyze me. Your subreddit, my subreddit hates me. My subreddit likes you more than they like me.
Yeah.
They don't really care if
why-
it's telling you. They already know where you stand, and they kind of just follow what you say and what you don't say.
Well, I mean, I think the challenging thing is that like you're making a big ask of your audience, right? And I do something similar, so I know the growing pains because I've had to chop off tons of my fan base in the past. Like I'm still actively doing it. You're making an impossible ask. We are saying you're gonna grow from point A to B to C to D, and you're gonna change over a long period of time. Most people don't do that. When they start watching online content, they just want to see like this is the thing I like, and I want it to stay the same. But when you start at a certain point and then you start to grow over time, your beliefs, the way you present yourself, like everything about your ideology, it's all going to change. And the people that liked what you were before aren't going to like that growth. It's kind of like how it used to be.
Keep fucking watching.
Well, I mean, to some extent, they like who you used to be. Some might really like you as a person, and those people, the few that like you, like just for who you are and your thought process, they'll probably follow you through your journey or whatever. But there's going to be a lot of friction there. It's kind of like whenever like a band, you know how like every band they make like 2 albums, and it's like the first one is pretty good, then the second one is really good, and then on the third one they're like, we're going to try some new shit, and like half the fan base is like, oh cool, you're branching out. The other half is like, this is lame. Like why didn't you just make, you know, Meteora #2 or Hybrid Theory 2 or whatever? Like, that's just like that's something unique that you're doing because you're changing so much on the internet, right? Like if I were to go look up videos of Hassan, he's saying the exact same shit now that he was saying as soon as he started streaming. He hasn't changed at all. Same thing with Vosh. Yeah, it's
But
the
that's how
same.
you build a core strong people who will always ride you forever.
Yeah, because they know what they're getting when they show up. They enter the place, they get exactly what they want, and that's safe, and it doesn't change, and it reinforces their beliefs. And then you kind of have like all of your friends together in an area where you're all kind of cool and you vibe with each other, and it's all good. And you don't have to worry about like anything making you uncomfortable or challenging you or anything.
You don't think you have that a little bit?
No, my stuff has changed a lot over time. That's we go through a lot of purges in my community.
Then why don't I see anybody say I missed the old Destiny?
Well, because it depends on who you were. If you were, so like if you were a communist or a socialist, like you're not saying anything now because you've left my community. You're a part of Vosh's or Hassan's community now. If you're somebody that likes, a lot of people joke that they miss like Nebraska Steve because I used to be way more brutal when I argue with people. So a lot of those people probably dried up and left. And then for the ones that stay around, they end up kind of like changing ideas. But my fan base still disagrees with me on a lot of things. It just depends on what topic comes up. But they're mainly like very niche, like political or boring political topics. Like we'll fight over things like the Electoral College or the balancing of the Senate or how good the, like the filibuster is. Like it'll be like political topics like that.
A lot of people just dislike me, like the whole thing about me. It's not a topic, it's just me. People treat me like, that's why I get the villain arc thing so often. It's just me as a person.
Yeah, but I mean, that's because you sell you as a person, right? So that's what they're going to like and hate. Again,
Is that
it
not
goes,
what every streamer does?
I don't know. So here's like a question I would ask, and I don't know, and as much as I like to shit on him, I truly don't know. But like, if I go to Hassan's stream and I watch Hassan's stuff, and I've only seen a little bit because I stream a lot, so I don't have time, am I getting to know Hassan as a person, or am I getting a copy-pasted, ultra-progressive dude that's just giving me political takes that are super predictable, and then a guy that's giving me like React content? Like, how much do I really know about Hassan as a person? Like, I'm sure you get like little rays of sunshine through the blinders every now and then, but I don't know how personable his stream is compared to like somebody like
Not very
you.
much.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about him. I really, and I've seen him react to me so many times. I don't know shit about him. People know every fucking thing about me.
Yeah.
Huh. That's why I get the character analysis.
It's part of it, but it's also why you probably have a really dedicated fan base. Like, I'm sure you got a lot of people that hate you, but you've also got a lot of people that probably really, really love you too.
Yeah, I just hit 600K.
600K what?
Subscribers.
Oh, nice job.
My second channel. Do you recommend people who are getting into content creation to create an echo chamber, or should they take my route and just be honest and talk about everything in their life?
I mean, it depends on what you want to do, but I mean, I like your route. I hope it's like the route that I've kind of gone, to being like really authentic. But the problem is, like,
Yeah, you have a similar route. People know everything about you.
yeah. I mean, yeah. But just remember, the problem is always the more you reveal, the more everybody knows. And then also something that's difficult is when you're held up on a pedestal like that, every single mistake that you make is for everybody to see. Like, it's completely bare naked and everybody can judge you, and nobody else has that same level of pressure, you know? Like, people will judge you for like leaked Discord call logs. Meanwhile, they've got like racial slurs flying around in their group chats, but nobody gives a fuck who they are. They're not going to get doxxed. They're not going to get canceled. Their shit's not going to get leaked. And even if it did get leaked, nobody would give a fuck. Whereas for people in the spotlight, you know, every single part of your life is under constant evaluation from others, and it's a lot to deal with.
Yo, can you add Sam Hyde? The chat is spamming Sam Hyde. Do you have his Discord?
I don't think he has Discord. I can message him on Instagram though if he's
So
away.
spamming Sam Hyde, but okay. I thought that he was interested in joining, but if he's not, then it's going to take way too long to teach him Discord right now.
Yeah, last time we talked it was on Skype. But if he DMs me on Twitter or some shit, I can try to get him in.
Yo, yesterday was probably my favorite panel of all time, man. I think you got to step up your panel game.
What do you mean by that?
You got to step up your panel game. The amount of diversity, the differing opinions, all in the same spot from different corners of YouTube. The shit that most of the time your panels are just like 6 white guys talking about trans people, and then Brittany Simon and some spiritual white girls. But it's not very. It's too similar. Don't you like how different that panel was? That streams I think is on 1 million views already.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't disagree. But I mean, like, obviously having the you're like blowing up right now. You can reach out to almost anybody and probably get them on, you know? I have some pull in the Twitch world. I might be able to like if we do a panel like that, I might be able to pull XQC on or something. But I don't have any penetration into like the YouTube world. That's all you. But even the panels I do now, dude, if you think the panels I do now are boring, you should have seen the ones when I was on Twitch. It's like 8 white people all talking about how great socialism is and whether or not we should like abolish all of work, and like who's going to work on the commune. Are we going to make art all day? Like that shit was, yeah. That was really
Why would you
fucking.
even create a panel like that?
Well, because that's all there is on Twitch. It's like an ideal, especially now that like people like me got banned. It's like an ideological vacuum. Like people go there to be communists, and that's literally it. You know.
You gotta stop being liberal, bro.
Wow, what are you gonna do, man?
Join the good side.
The good side, the side that tells you to that women are worthless fucks who should only be there to make you coffee.
And make the bed.
Oh, that too, yeah.
I'm about to get out of here. I want to react to this new video. This guy made another hit piece on me. Got to
Which-
react to more liberals psychoanalyzing me.
Oh wait, is it that fucking Noah Samson dude?
Yeah. Wait, is there a way to watch it together?
If you know how to share a screen on Discord, you can do the. I think if you
can
click
do that.
share your screen and then you click the video, I think it'll play the audio through here.
Okay. Yeah, that guy, perfect example of just like, you know, classic liberal soy boy.
Do you see him tweet at you?
Yeah.
Wait, did you ask him to come on and chat?
Yeah, he follows me on Twitter. I never heard about him. He follows me while I was reacting live. I DM'd him like, yo, get on my stream. And of course, you duck it, but he has time to edit a montage.
Wait. Did he actually duck it? Did he respond to you or did he just not respond?
No, he didn't respond. He tweeted, but he didn't respond. Bro, of course, he follows me. Of course he saw the DM.
Damn. Yeah, because I tweeted at him because I love guys like that because they're really easy to beat up on. But yeah, obviously he said, oh, I wasn't talking about you. And I was like, okay, dude, whatever.
Let's see. Okay, responding to Sneak. 51-minute video! Damn, Destiny.
It's gonna
Do we
help.
have to watch this?
It's your life, dude. You do whatever the fuck you want.
Alright, fuck it. Fuck it. How do I do this? Screen share. Oh, cool. You can hear the audio too?
You can play it for a second. I'll tell you if I can hear it or not.
Back to this place.
Yeah, I can hear it.
You
Yeah.
hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me resize this shit.
I might end up agreeing with Noah more. Be careful.
Nah, bro, come on. You said it was very easy to beat up him already. We already know what you're gonna think.
When was this video
What's up,
released? Was this a recent video?
3 hours ago.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, go for it.
Back to this place, aka my channel, aka the Noah Samson channel. So recently I made a video on a street interview channel that I thought was a bit odd. The video was called Incel Street Interviews, and in it I talked about how a lot of the questions they asked in these
First off, Destiny, how can questions be incel?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you. I mean, come on. Let's be real, right? Like, if I were to walk up to a black guy and I were to be like, how do you feel about the fact that black people are criminals in every country in the world? Like, if I ask a question like that, I'm not just asking questions, right?
Well, you start an open dialogue, starting a discussion. It's better than just saying the N-word.
Yeah, it is better than saying the N-word, true. But you can like just ask questions, but it can still be like pretty insidious, right? Like where you're obviously trying to get at something without getting at something. Sometimes just asking questions can be worse, right? Not saying it's always the case.
loaded, narrative-based, and how the community that these videos have fostered is not exactly a great place to be if you're a late.
Bro, let's get him on the fucking stream. I don't want to hear his fucking whiny Wii Sports music thing. Can I DM him real quick? This is.
Why are you asking me? Do it. Yeah, tweet at him.
Such fucking pussies. Can we just talk instead? I hate doing this reacting back and forth. You're the only good liberal, Destiny. You're the only good one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like all of these guys are gonna duck you. That's what they do. You can try
He's
it though.
watching it right now. Noah Samson, stop being a fucking pussy. Just talk on Discord. Oh my god. Ugh, I gotta hear. "Da-na-na. This is a
see.
safe space for me."
When did he last tweet? 2 hours ago.
He's 100% watching this right now.
Yeah, you think so?
Yes. And Sam, he follows me. Tweet wasn't about you, man.
It's funny because he said he was gonna make a video about me, a dedicated video a while ago, but he never did. So, how disappointing.
Rate his mustache real quick.
I mean, it's a decent mustache if you like mustaches, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't be solo though. You need a beard.
Yeah.
All right, look at me talking though.
lady, or if you're a man for that matter, or anyone, because of the way that it fosters misogynistic rhetoric. In my video, I played some clips of a YouTuber called Sneeko reacting to this interview channel when I was introducing the general response to this content from the manosphere. And this very same Sneeko ended up stumbling upon my video while he was live streaming
and he reacted to it. For those who don't know, Sneako is a YouTuber who, until recently, was most known for his street interview style content. These videos are from his main channel with 1.2 million subscribers, and he's been uploading on there for almost 10 years. But recently, he started a second channel called Sneako, where he does more live stream react style content. This channel has gained 400.
Get to the fucking point, bro.
I think this is partly due to his presence on TikTok, where his clips go viral fairly often. But more consequentially, this rise is correlated with Sneako's seeming adherence to manosphere rhetoric, with much of the content
Manosphere rhetoric. Destiny, do you hear how you liberals sound? You
Don't
guys
group
are
me in with these guys, okay? Jeez.
Did change your app from omni-liberal to omni-center or whatever the fuck what's the word? Independent?
having red pill, conservative, or anti-feminist themes. It was on the second channel that Sneako reacted to my video while streaming and uploaded a cut-down version of this stream to the channel yesterday as a standalone video titled Sneako Haters Are
Wait, we understand everyone knows what.
Creepy White Knights. This is actually a very good point. I am Sneako's #1 creepiest hater. But Sneako's response to my video,
You're a creepy hater, and the dude follows me on Twitter, and I've never heard about him. I hate liberals, so Destiny, you're so annoying.
was interesting. It was fun, okay? So I thought I'd take the opportunity to go through it and answer some of his questions and respond to some of the things that he says and see if we can all take something of value away from this. I'm going to be responding to most of his video, minus the parts where he repeats himself. So this video might end up being a bit long, but
Oh my god, see what I'm saying? It's a 51-minute video. They can't make it 2 minutes in. You guys don't know how to make points. That's why you need to make reaction videos and you can't get in a fucking call. It's not you, Destiny. I know you're one of the special ones, but liberals fucking suck. You get too triggered to have a conversation. L3, Lasanabi, all these fucking LA soy boys who sound exactly the same.
I
God
think it could be
damn
worth
it.
it. And if you
Yeah, I mean,
feel
I don't
like sticking
disagree with you,
around
dude.
for
This
it-
is like, this is my problem. Like, I'll have some dude who'll make like a 4.5 hour like video responding to some shit, and he'll be tweeting all day, and I'll be like, bro, do you want to hop on a chat? I'll be like, I'm busy. It's like, you're a YouTuber. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? Like, you're gonna be on Twitter for the next 12 hours crying about my fans harassing you. Like, why can't you just chat? Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, man.
52 minutes, like, the chat's saying L attention span. Get off my fucking dick. 2 minutes, he said nothing. Preamble. And he made a video responding. And he's been on TikTok.
That is totally fine. Leave a like on the way out as a treat if you feel like doing that. Okay, without further ado, let's watch.
I'm bored already. This guy sucks. But there's another one of these. And he went on my boy, this fucking soy boy, Noah Sampson. Went on my boy, it's complicated calling it incel street interviews. Whenever a man calls another man an incel, red flag.
So Sneako here says that it's a red flag when men call up.
Sneako here, and I have a soft voice.
Wait, oh my god, hold on. My brain is getting fucked. Was that you just talking, or was that you in the video just talking?
That was me, and that was the video. That was the real
Okay,
video.
holy shit. Okay, gotcha.
You
Okay.
thought that was me now?
Yeah, okay, I just got mind fucked really hard. Okay.
You should change my mic settings or some shit. My fault.
You're good. Go
Other
ahead.
men incels. But that raises the
Okay, I'm gonna
question.
speed it up. Is that cool?
Yeah, knock yourself out, dude. This guy talks slow as fuck. This is a ×2 YouTuber.
I'll do 1.5.
Okay, thanks.
What if they're being incels or doing incel shit? We just aren't supposed to say anything because we're men? That doesn't sound like a great plan, because if the onus is on women to call out this kind of behavior, why would men that actively avoid talking about it amongst themselves ever choose to believe them? Also, he does some name calling. He calls me a name here. He calls me a soy boy. For the uninitiated, soy boy is a sort of derogatory term.
You name called me first. You called me an incel. Let me see how dumb that is. I'm offended. Destiny, defend your liberals right now. Say something.
I can't. I hate this dude, man. I'm not gonna defend this guy.
Okay. All right.
Term for a weak man. Urban Dictionary defines soy boy as being an effeminate male whose feelings get hurt far too often, usually resulting in some kind of pitiful retort or changing of the subject. And I must admit, he's got me there, okay? I am effeminate. I'm soft. I'm emotional, all right? I have a floral backdrop wallpaper in my room. I brush my teeth, and I floss, and I wash my ass. And I am sensitive, okay? I'll dip my toe into a la la land and
What the
keep...
hell does washing your ass have anything to do with being a soy boy? Does he think I don't wipe?
Maybe. If he was in here, we
in
could
there
ask
until
him.
I'm crying. My feelings...
Bro, can we just get him in the call? This suck. Yo, Noah Sampson, I know you watching, you fucking pussy. Just get in the call. Your 51 minutes, it's too long. Let's talk. We could skip this nonsense. It'd be way more entertaining, and we'll go easy on you.
Feelings get hurt so often that they have visible scars on them. But I have no idea how Sneako could possibly know any of this about me, given that we are 0.0 seconds into the video. But maybe he's a psychic.
I can hear just the way you sound, the way you look. Are you kidding? Destiny, is it really tell this guy's a soy boy? Did I need to do some digging?
I don't know, man. He's not in here to talk to. It's hard to know.
Let's find out.
Let's see this fucking soy boy say something different. Look at him. You just look at him. That's how I know. Look at him. Yeah, whatever.
Check out my cat.
Check out my cat. That's it. That's all the information I needed. Check out my cat. I'm a grown man with a mustache. How old are you, bro?
I'm 24. Throughout this response, he suggests that I'm 30, 34, and other different ages that I'm not, but I'm 24, which is actually right around his age, I believe. Sneeko is 23, almost 24, according to Google.com's website, Google. But also here, he says that I'm a grown man with a mustache as like an insult. Like grown men aren't supposed to have mustaches or something, as opposed to children.
Flossing in your room alone. This should be a red flag. This dude looks like 34. You shouldn't, like...
Check out my cat. Check out my cat.
Oh, he's nice and safe. I feel comfortable with him. This soy boy's a safe space.
Me too, dude.
Glad to hear that, Sneeko. I do like to keep things
You feel comfortable?
I feel comfortable right now.
Yeah, I'm at ease right now.
That's
comfortable for everybody, so that's good. On the Noah Samson channel,
Isn't it funny how he sounds like he's speaking at normal speed now?
we pride ourselves on having the softest, cushiest,
Slow him down to
fattest,
×1
wettest
again.
Let's see how slow this is. Low energy liberals. Low energy Biden.
channel. We pride ourselves on having the softest, cushiest, fattest, wettest, juiciest, grippiest echo chamber on the platform. Babito. Her name's Ba.
But if you make an Instagram for your cat, just like reevaluate your life. I'm sorry for the people who have Instagrams with cats, but like if you're a grown man with a mustache, you should not make a cat for your fucking Instagram for your cat.
So I'm not really sure what his problem is with me making an
The real question is, why is he wasting so much time on like the meme shit? Like, why not get into the actual meat of your argument instead
Because
of like...
these are what liberals do, bro. They just get triggered and they have to dissect jokes. Bro, obviously I'm not gonna eat your fucking cat, but people on Twitter like, he lives to eat his pet. Shut up.
Instagram for my cat, Babe. I made it mostly just because it's an easy way to keep my friends
Also funny how him and Lasan have the same haircut.
and family up
Oh,
to
they
date
all
on
have
the
the
latest
same
Babe
haircut, dude.
news and events. A one-stop shop, if you will. And I know folks in the audience, you know, some of you are fans of that small furry animal critter. So yeah, it seems like a just weird thing to get hung up on, but okay.
Instagram is for cat.
Was puppy.
Not to, bro, no one gives a fuck about your cat.
I do. Okay, I like her. You know, see, look, I like her. I like you. I give a hoot about you. Also, when he's
Destiny, please add something. I'm tired of raging. Can you say something? Or tell me when to pause.
Did you tweet at this guy?
No, I just DM'd him again. He follows me.
Hey,
So tweet-
at Noah Samson. What's your name? Sneeko. Says he can chat if you want. Great opportunity to
tweeting at him
spread
too.
your message! Exclamation mark.
Yeah, encourage him. Make it feel safe and comfortable.
Got it, dude. All right, fans.
he says that
retweet
Instagram
it.
is for
Retweet that shit. Or just, oh man, now we're gonna give him, whatever, bro.
cat, not for cats. By this, he means that Instagram is for ladies, not meow-style cats like this one. And to this, I would like to ask humbly and with respect, why not both? Okay, so this next part gets really, really weird. He starts telling me that he wants to eat my cat, like eat Babe. That is
No homo, pause on that. I didn't mean like eat his, I meant like, eat his cat sounds weird now, but you get what I'm saying.
cat. Trigger warning, cat eating rhetoric.
I want to eat your cat, bro, on some Asian shit.
Hey everyone, today we're gonna be looking at
Let me eat your cat. See, that's, at least you have a sense of humor, Destiny. Liberals don't even get humor anymore. He's suggesting he wants to eat my cat. Fuck off.
YouTube channel called
Like your cat, now you're, hey yo.
He goes on to clarify that when he talked about wanting to eat my cat, he was not, in fact, talking about cunnilingus with me. And I'm pretty sure he's doing this because he doesn't want to seem like gay to his audience or something. Huge fan.
I didn't mean I was gonna eat his cat. I meant I want to like literally cook his cat and eat it. Like the cat, right? The one with the Instagram. What are you laughing at? The fact that he's dissecting every single thing.
I don't even know what I'm laughing at right now. I'm laughing at you walking back to eating his cat thing, and I'm laughing at him making a huge deal at it. Both of these are very
I
funny
want
to me.
to use it for calories. I should have said that. God damn it.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. Babe, you hear that? He wants to eat you for calories. Oh no. Looks like she's about to eat herself for calories.
His jokes suck. You guys suck at being funny. Like Destiny liberals, you look like you want to eat yourself. Like dad humor. That's why I thought you were 35 and not 24. What the fuck?
Why do so many women think they have a golden pussy when every woman has one? So you think that guys want to submit to a woman?
Liberals don't even think you can ask questions that don't fit their agenda. What's wrong? It's a question on his channel. It has to agree with you at every fucking second.
So no, the questions don't have to agree with me. As I go on to point out in my video, the problem with the questions that It's Complicated asks isn't that they don't agree with me, it's that they are often loaded, containing assumptions that most people are unlikely to challenge. And the channel uses these things to develop a narrative that modern women are entitled and delusional, which is then lapped up by the audience, by people like Sneeko. This motivation and this narrative are both what I...
Destiny, you've been on Fresh and Fit. You're a lib. Are modern women delusional and entitled?
The one that go on Fresh and Fit are, yeah.
Do you think that more women are delusional and entitled than they have been in previous generations?
I mean, it depends on what you mean by delusional and entitled, really. Right?
Astrology, Kim Kardashian, I'm a 10.
Bro, we used to literally burn witches at the stake, okay?
That's true.
So I don't know, man. Women have probably always been on some crazy shit, but men are on some crazy shit too. Damn.
But men were the ones burning the witches at the stake. Women were not burning other women.
What am I supposed to take from that?
That back then they weren't entitled. They had to be fucking careful. Back then, if a girl was a squirter, she'd be burned at the stake. So they acted properly. They weren't running around saying I'm a 10. They get burned.
Is that why we burn witches at the stake?
Yes.
Okay.
I disagree with, because they hurt everyone. They proliferate hostile potential relationship environments for women and lead men to harbor undue resentment towards potential partners, which in turn may hinder their ability to form and maintain lasting, healthy relationships. And I don't want either of those things, you know? I feel like my thesis is pretty well supported by the content of most of these interviews. But even if you disagree, I would love to hear an explanation as to how every single one of these videos' comment sections are riddled with misogynist
The one back to regular speed.
attitudes if there wasn't some sort of through line of misogyny on the channel. We will get more into this later, but for now, no, the issue is not as simple as the questions asked in interviews need to agree with me, because as I said, they don't. Okay, so next, Sneeko goes on to sort of speculate about potential ulterior motives that I may have for making the videos that I choose to make. Keep in mind, this is all happening within the first minute and a half of my video.
Also be wary, and women, if there's any women watching this, don't you see right through the bullshit? You know that this guy's like, you know, like, hey, look at my cat. I'm a safe soy boy with the safe. This dude's trying to get pussy. But like, yeah, I'm not like those other alpha male triggering guys. Oh my God, those guys are so unsafe. Come here and let's go on a picnic with my cat.
In Sneeko's mind, it seems like the only reason he could see as to why a straight man, like myself, might want to call out other straight men in a way that I often do on my channel is because I, quote, want to get some pussy. And yes, once again, he has exposed the truth, okay? As you all know, at the end of all my videos, I do display my full real phone number in these bright, big letters with a big red arrow and text that says, "Cute girls, please text me. I am lonely and full of soy." Okay, but jokes aside.
That's what he takes.
I don't know what you want me to say. He hasn't made a fucking argument yet. There's literally nothing for me to respond to in this. I don't know what the fuck. What am I supposed to say to this?
9 minutes in. This is your people, Destiny.
Yeah, this is not my people, okay?
These are your people.
This is not...
You vote for the same people. You inject the same shit.
Listen,
you have the same policy beliefs.
Biden wouldn't be making a video like this, okay? This is some AOC
Biden talks like this. Biden talks just as slow.
Okay? Well, listen, Biden's like 92 years old, okay? He's got an excuse to talk slow at least, all right?
So what's his excuse?
He's a progressive. We think really carefully about everything we say.
So they are your people.
What do you want me to say? Listen, you need to stream earlier instead of this fucking degenerate, 11. Well, I guess it's not that late. Fuck, this guy. I bet this guy's a West Coaster. He looks like a guy that lives in California. You know he's awake.
Yes, I know. That's what I said in the video too. These LA soy boys.
You know he's awake.
Sneeko is actually referencing a real thing here, and bear with me. Performative feminism by straight men in order to attract the attention of women is absolutely a thing that happens. You will find this talked about in many, if not all, leftist spaces in one way or another. Barack Obama famously read Marx in college in an attempt to get girls. This is a screenshot of where he talks about it from his memoir. A related concept, the soft boy, is
they talk in tweets like they need to fully explain simple topics to their fucking stupid ass audience.
Yeah, well.
The evolution of the traditional jerk or boy into a new, more pernicious form. One that conceals manipulative behavior behind a guise of emotional vulnerability. Wow, look at that. She's fucking conked, man. Zonked out. Friend of the show, Alice Capel, in her video, Why Soy Boys Are So Hot, details some of the ways in which they also aren't so hot. And the thing that Sneeko brings up here when talking about me is one of those things. Using social justice rhetoric and feminist presentation to still go on to reproduce patriarchal notions in their private lives. Like, wielding these aesthetics, perhaps in the form of a YouTube channel, as a way to manipulate women into getting sex. Thank you for outlining it, Sneeko. You are a feminist icon. I'm cognizant of these arguments because I think they're important. But the thing is, if you think that any of these things apply to me, Sneeko, I need you to explain why. If you feel that I am somehow being disingenuous with my content, it would help me greatly if you could just give me a reason, Give me an example, because so far you haven't. All you've done is acknowledge my beautiful mustache and my adorable cat and my adorable little cat's Instagram page and gotten incredibly defensive about the idea that some men might be doing incel shit and that this incel shit might be worth calling out. And that last bit, if I were to guess...
Saying anything, Destiny?
So, you ever watch, politicians debate?
Yeah.
So... here's the thing. Somebody might ask me, hey, should we legalize marijuana? And my response as a human being might be like, yeah, I think that would be a good idea to legalize marijuana. But a politician's response is, the legalization of marijuana is important. We need to ensure the freedom of all of our people. I think that people being able to choose and do the things that make them the happiest is the most important thing that we can protect in our country. I'm going to do everything within my... Right. So the goal is every single time I'm presented with a problem, it gives me the opportunity to speak about every single thing I believe in. And I think for a lot of the video essays, that's kind of it. So if you say something that's problematic, they're not really going to be just addressing the thing you said. It's an opportunity for them to talk about every single thing they believe, and then they use your kind of reaction or their reaction to you as a jumping point for that, basically.
So how do you say that? You point out a real problem with political debates and politicians, but you also still trust the government.
Because these two things are not related to each other at all.
Okay. Kind of. Politicians are the government.
No. Do you understand?
No?
Hold on. Do you understand that you can trust a system without trusting the individuals in that system?
No, I don't think that makes sense. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, when I go to McDonald's, do you trust any individual worker there?
No.
Yeah, exactly. But you still order food from these places, right?
I don't trust McDonald's either. McDonald's is, are you kidding me? I know McDonald's is corrupt.
Do you trust any restaurant ever?
Not chains, big chains.
We've been to restaurants. I know you trust restaurants. Why are you being so fucking combative?
This is a good point. I trust, oh shit, I trust small business restaurants when there's one. I don't trust Olive Garden. I don't trust Pizza Hut. Just like the government. I could trust a couple people trying to like control maybe 5 or 6.
Hold on.
But yeah, that's actually a good comparison.
Bullshit. It's not. You don't know the fucking...
I trust the guy at the deli.
No, you don't know who's making your food at any of these places, right? You don't trust, but you don't trust the individuals. You trust the system.
I trust them more than I trust McDonald's.
No. But the thing is, at the end of the day, what you're putting your faith in is a system that, like, people aren't going to be fucking with your food or whatever because
So you put faith into McDonald's?
I put faith into the corporation of McDonald's, not an individual McDonald's cook.
Your faith? Okay, fine. I'm gonna leave
But
it
you
at
do
that.
the same shit. You put your faith in restaurants when you go out to eat.
Yeah, but those other restaurants are not the same as McDonald's.
Wait,
You
hold
cannot compare the two.
on, Sneeko. When a guy is working at fucking McDonald's or some random fuck small business in Miami, do you think they give a fuck who's signing their paycheck at the end of the day?
Yeah, but I think McDonald's is evil. I don't think a small
We're not
restaurant
talking
is
about McDonald's doesn't give you food. It's individuals that work at McDonald's that give you food. Right?
McDonald's sells the food.
No, it's an individual guy at a cash register. Fucking McDonald's, the dude that owns the company, is not selling you a burger. You're trusting on the people that are working there at the end of the day, just like you would be at a small business, right? But you don't necessarily trust some individual. If I pull some random cook out the back and I show him to you, and I'm like, do you trust this guy? You're probably like,
It's
well,
not about the server. I trust the food at a small restaurant, but I don't trust the food at McDonald's.
But I'm telling you that it all comes from humans, and the only reason why you're trusting them is because there's systems in place where you hope that this guy wouldn't fuck with your food because he probably doesn't want to get fired.
A small restaurant, there's less people involved in the making of the food. McDonald's is made in a factory. It's microwaved 30 times. It's reheated.
First of all, it's not microwaved. It's not microwaved 30 times. But I'm saying, hold on. When I say trust, I just mean like trust somebody not to fuck with your food, like spit in your food or something. That's what I'm talking about. Not like trust that the cows aren't from Mars or some shit. There's no reason why. There's no reason why I cook. Yeah.
If you could trust McDonald's as much as a small restaurant, then we disagree.
So you think there's as much a chance of a guy to spit in your food at McDonald's as there is in some small restaurant?
It's not about spitting in my food. It's about the creation of the
That's
food.
what I'm asking. I'm talking about spitting in your food.
I'm not talking about spitting. I'm talking about the motive behind the food. Was McDonald's made with love, or was it made to make people have the cheapest option for calories? And was a small restaurant for the experience? I think restaurant food is made with care. I think McDonald's is made with money, with greed, with corporate nature.
Yeah, but you don't go and check out the background of every single restaurant you go into.
No, but more likely than not, I trust that they actually value the food. I know that McDonald's doesn't value the food. That's the difference.
You know what? If you believe that, that's fine. I can give that to you. But then you're trusting the institution of small businesses then. You're not trusting any individual business owner. You're saying that...
I trust small businesses more than I trust big corporations.
Sure, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's not like an individual person you're trusting. It's like the concept.
Less people, though. McDonald's is way more people and it's way more corrupt than
okay, who do you trust? Okay, who would you trust to serve you better food? A guy that's working at Olive Garden or an Olive Garden restaurant or a crackhead off the street?
We've already established that it's about the food, not the server. Let's go back to the video.
Well, sure. No, wait, hold on. Crackhead off the street. It's one guy. Would you trust him to come to your house and cook you dinner or some random fast food worker? Just because it's less people doesn't mean that it's like more trustworthy. That's never true.
I don't understand the analogy between the crackhead and...
Well, you're trying to make it sound like small businesses are better just because there's less people involved. That doesn't make any sense.
No, but I think that they make it with care. I trust that it's more likely that a small business is making the food with care rather than the government, which is making it with greed in mind.
The government? Government's nonprofit.
The government is McDonald's.
That's your real reason. Because I'm a man that's doing what I'm doing, I must not actually believe the things that I say. But you see the dynamic that this sets up, right? This is telling men, don't call out other men, even if they might be worth calling out, because this is, you're simping. You're white knighting to get some pussy. And that line of thinking is actually a really good example of how misogyny works. Okay, so in this video, Sneeko does this thing a few times where he asks his chat to give their opinion on something and then gauges the validity of his own opinions based on how well it coincides with the chat's consensus. It is just incredible to watch.
Shut up, mustache! Bro, can somebody, like, are there any women in the comments who could see through the bullshit? Oh, okay, they're saying all BS. Isabella's saying LMAO. Okay, there's a couple in here. Tell them, chat. Because he's gonna see this, he's gonna try to react to it. He's gonna cut this part out. Everybody here thinks you're a fucking limp. 6,000 people. People say punchable face, pussy, NPC activity, whale. There's no way this guy gets any women. He's boring. You're saying predictable stuff. They're all calling you a fucking limp. What do you think about that? There's 6,000 guys watching this right now, but I'm the incel, right?
We sat down with the Noah Samson is Bad Club and asked them their opinion on Noah Samson. The result
No, it's not the Noah Sampson's Bad Club. Nobody gives a fuck about you. It's just another soy boy reacting to me like the fucking 5,000th one, giving me free content and reacting to your fucking predictable bot ass.
Will shock you.
No one gives a fuck about you, Noah Sampson. You sound like the rest of them. You look like the rest of them. We know exactly what you think.
This is just really silly.
Okay, wait. So
aside from the
here's a question. I'm curious. Do you ever think about, you know, that at this point you're gonna have haters that are like trying to build careers off of you? Do you ever think about like responding to certain videos or talking to certain people, and that people might try to like just bait reactions out of you for popularity?
Yeah. So after a certain point, it's not even worth, like, I've seen many channels. There's a couple of them that you know, like Papa John's and this other kid. I don't want to say, I don't even want to give him clout because it's just like, I could look through their most popular videos and it's always Sneako's insane, Sneako's stupid, Sneako's losing this, and then they post their own reaction videos, their own personality, nothing. So I know how tight it's making them that I could just ignore them and they try their own shit and nobody gives a fuck. So it's better to just not respond. This guy, it's like after this video, and if like right now he's ducking like even getting in a call, I'm never gonna speak about him again. I'm gonna try to see if he makes his own good content, but we already know low IQ, slow, boring, no one gives a fuck. So this is a minor amount of clout, and nobody who's here in the stream is really gonna go watch his videos. They already know his opinion. He's not gonna say anything like unpredictable. It's stupid. And right now, the fact that he's ducking this call, but he follows me on Twitter, shows the pussy behavior. People are tired of that. People want free speech. People like the debates that we have. This is the shit that's taking off right now, not this fucking predictable soy boy bullshit.
See his insecurity of having to continually throw his and his chat's insults at me. I have to ask, what else does he expect them to say here? He's been just nonstop shitting on me for the last 20 minutes, and then decides to ask them what they think of me. And it's not that his viewers can't have an opinion about me or that their opinions are never valid, but like if I told every one of my subscribers to go down below and comment that the earth is flat, would it be smart to then scroll down and read this comment section as some important data set that should be analyzed when we're determining the flatness of the earth? I just love it, man. It's so silly. It's so fun. Also, when he says that part about him having 6,000 guys watching him and how that means he's not an incel, that is quite something.
And there were girls in there also calling you a fucking limp. That was the point.
This is my audience demographic breakdown by gender.
Yeah, it's very predictable. If you have a breakdown
Holy
of this,
shit! Is that
if you have
real?
Yep. If you have more female than men watching you, that says a lot. Like you can figure just by looking at your audience demographic, you can figure out what you think. Destiny, what's your split? Is it like
it's probably like
men?
my what?
40% female?
No
30?
shot, dude. It's gonna be like 95.5.
Only 5% female?
Probably, yeah. Hold on,
Check
let me
real
check.
quick. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating. I thought at least 20. I thought at least
no
20.
Shot, dude.
Really?
Hold on. I'm about to do his content, man. I'm about to make hate videos on you. 1 second. Damn. 50% women. That's wild.
Yeah. That shouldn't happen for a man. But this is what I'm saying. Just like pandering to women. Every video is going to be about this. Like misogynist, straight men, a safe space, petting my cat. You're very predictable. There's so many channels like this. This is what YouTube has become. People are tired of this fucking shit. That's why everyone was saying that they liked the panel from yesterday. It felt like pre-2016 YouTube. It felt like OG YouTube where people didn't give a fuck. People are tired of this shit.
This is my fucking channel, dude.
What do you mean? Let me see.
I sent you a DM on Discord. Jesus.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we got the same split.
This
Holy
dude's
shit.
Wild.
We have the same exact split, Destiny.
93.3% male, 5.4% female. That's higher than I thought for women. Nice job. Good job, ladies.
Usually fluctuates between 50 and 60% women, depending on the video. Shout out NB's almost at that 5%. We love to see it. We got to get those they-them numbers up, folks, though. Come on. Sneeko has said...
Problem? You have a problem with that?
Yeah. Was that a joke?
Who knows? Half joke.
Okay, I'm going to move on.
Before that his audience is 5% women. If that figure is incorrect, Sneeko, feel free to post the updated stats. But like, based on these numbers, which one of these spaces is more likely to be fostering incel rhetoric? The one with 95% men, or the one where we're getting somewhat of a balanced input from...
Liberals don't even know what the fuck incel means, bro. Involuntary celibate.
Everybody. I don't think it takes a lot to do the math on that one, you know. He does his ask the chat thing again later on in a more aggressive fashion.
Man, I got 6,300 people watching right now. If I'm full of shit, if I'm an incel, let's see what the chat thinks. There's 6,000 people in here. You're saying the status quo shit. What do they think? I mean, if I'm wrong, if I'm a fucking idiot, like my chat disagrees with me all the goddamn time. Just read my comment section. People don't blindly agree with me. I get challenged. I have open dialogue. I encourage freedom of speech. But everybody in here thinks you're a fucking simp. Every single person in here. It's been spammed on your face right now. Bro, I don't have an echo chamber. These people check me all the goddamn time. They can't wait to call me a bot when I slip up. They don't. I'm gonna say it one more time. Our first debate, Destiny, they gave you 70% that you won the debate. I do not have an echo chamber, clearly. Can't wait. They can't wait to call me an incel. They can't wait to check me. But every single person in here is calling you a fucking simp.
I'm not in an echo chamber. Why would you say that? My chat checks me all the time. Hey chat, am I in an echo chamber? Also, when his viewers spam the word limp in all caps in the chat, I think this is supposed to mean L plus simp. Like how he calls Hassan Lasan, that's supposed to be L plus Hassan. It's a very clever trick and devastating to the
No, it's not. It's just a Twitch word because you can't say simp on Twitch, you fucking idiot.
ego. How we will recover, I know not. Or they might actually mean limp, as in like limp dick. And if that's the case, I don't know why they would expect my penis to be erect while I record YouTube videos. I like doing YouTube, okay?
What is he talking about, Destiny?
But not that
He's
much.
making jokes, dude. This is stand-up comedian act.
This is humor. Like, this is why you have a 50% female audience, because women, like, your humor is just...
If it is a woman's right to withhold sex in a relationship, should it also be a man's right to withhold financial support?
Yes! Why is this guy encouraging... Bro, what? You want to give all your money to a bitch?
No, Sneeko, I don't want to give all my money to a bitch, at least as far as I know. I showed this screenshot because I think this is a very bad comparison to be making, and I can explain why here. This comparison asserts that exerting power over a man by taking advantage of his finances is morally equivalent to, rape. And I think that's bad, personally. I'm not a huge fan of that take.
Oh, wait, what? That was a wild comparison. I'm sorry.
One more time. I didn't hear what he said.
I hear. This comparison asserts that exerting power over a man by taking advantage of his finances is morally equivalent to, rape. And I think that's bad, personally. I'm not a huge fan of that take.
So it sounds like the original comparison that you were making, if I'm trying my hardest because I didn't see the original video, it sounded like some women were talking about like if your man is misbehaving or whatever, you know, withhold sex in order to kind of like bring him around. And it sounds like you asked the question, well, if a man withholds financial support, would that be okay if the woman is acting like a bitch? And obviously there's probably a double standard that's revealed there. And it sounds like he's saying, well, that's different because withholding sex, if you don't want the woman to withhold sex, that means you're raping her. It sounds like that's where he went with that. But that's kind of wild if...
I did not even... That went over my head. I didn't even understand that take.
Okay. That's a pretty wild comparison. Jesus.
Like the setup to this question. If it is a woman's right to withhold sex in a relationship, you realize this frames consent as if it's something that's up for debate. Like when would it ever not be a woman's right to say no to sex? And no, of course I don't think women should take advantage of men for their money, but don't act like these are morally, ethically, or materially even in the same universe. Not when 9 out of every 10 rape victims are women. Not when throughout history women have been barred from access to higher paying jobs, and often in turn...
Nice. This is good incel creation factory right here, dude.
Subjected to the financial whims of their husband. The wage gap is real, you little creepers.
Always hitting all your favorite talking points. Hold on. I'm gonna bet you $10, okay? He's gonna say toxic masculinity at least one time in this video. You know he will, right?
He's gonna say problematic. He's gonna say incel 5 more times. He's gonna say toxic masculinity. Wait. Let's try to predict the rest of this. He brought up the wage gap. R word for women. We could predict this. We know what they think. Okay, come on. What else besides toxic masculinity? He's gonna call me insecure. He's gonna say that it stemmed from like some past relationships. He's gonna say projecting. Okay. He's gonna insinuate that I'm violent towards women.
Maybe. Damn, that's pretty far. I don't know if you'll go that far.
Watch.
Nah.
Here's a good recent video that covers it a little bit. I'll leave it linked below. I think if you can look at all this and still not see an issue with this comparison, then you might just be doing some incel shit. You know what I mean? Because as much as it may feel like this channel is challenging...
There you go. Right away. Then you might just be doing some incel shit. What is that? What is doing some incel shit if not violence against women?
Well, incel shit doesn't necessarily mean violence against women. Right?
What is incel shit?
Incel shit could just be being misogynistic, right?
Okay.
Status quo for you by asking the difficult questions. In many ways, it's actually just pushing its own version of the status quo. The one where we take street interview clips and from them surmise that women ought to be seen and understood as liars, contradicting themselves, full of themselves, and needing to be humble.
Why is it his fault for asking questions that point out delusion? You're mad at the question instead of the answer?
As a member, once again, I'm not mad at the questions. I'm just not willing to ignore their obvious role in serving a broader narrative of misogyny. Many people in the audience even acknowledge that this is what's happening. He is telling a story. And
how dumb is that if the answer points out delusion, it's serving misogyny? That's just what's going on. Can you break this down? I don't get this sentiment.
Well, I don't agree with the argument, but the argument that he's framing is like, what he's trying to say is you're asking obvious questions to build on an ideology while pretending that
already exists.
Well, while pretending that you're asking like honest questions. So to use the example I said earlier, it would be like me going to a college and saying like, do you think that black people commit more crime because they have the warrior gene?
Yeah.
Or do you, like he's saying that you're doing that by asking these types of questions. Yeah, that they're loaded in such a way that people are always going to answer in a way that like kind of confirms your priors or yeah, it makes it seem
What do you think about it's complicated? Do you think that he's doing that, or is he asking like really good questions about the realities and how complicated relationships have become?
It's hard for me to say because I haven't seen your original videos. I might think your original videos are problematic. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the question.
Videos. It's complicated. The street interview channel.
The street interview channel is. I don't think I've watched those either, so I don't know.
Oh,
Or I might have
very
seen
good.
one, but I don't remember. But
They're
okay.
good to react to. You should watch that on stream.
And that would be fine if that story didn't negatively affect the lives and worldviews of everyone involved. As a member of the Healthy Boys Only movement,
Healthy boys only. Fucking soy boys with their cats.
I don't think that this is just the healthiest thing. Is Sneeko opposed to the concept of health? Like, being healthy is good, right? Having healthy relationships, communication, and healthy, grounded in reality attitudes towards the people that we are dating. These are things that we ought to strive for, no? And the way that masculinity is so often articulated and understood on the internet, especially in the largest communities where this happens, aka the manosphere, well, I wouldn't exactly call it healthy. We've seen Andrew Tate capture the attention of millions of men, young men especially, while saying stuff like this.
My chick said, I want to do OnlyFans. I'm like, all right, then cool, go do it. How much you make? 10 grand or give me 8? All right, cool.
Why would what woman is going to give you $8 grand?
You're my woman, you're doing OnlyFans, you're selling my products. The fuck?
Bang out the machete, boom in her face, and grip her up by the neck. But shut up, bitch!
Fresh and Fit is approaching 1 million subscribers while saying stuff like this.
I think if you're in a serious relationship with a girl, she should not have an Instagram. That's cheating. In my opinion, I think a woman having an Instagram is 100% cheating.
Are we just gonna act like these things don't have broader societal implications? They do. Of course they do. I see videos all the time of girls talking about how their boyfriends have bought into these guys' bullshit and how it's directly harming them and their relationships. A recent really fucked up example is this 6th grade teacher talking about how this rhetoric has infiltrated her classroom in a pretty serious way.
So I'm a teacher and I teach 6th grade. We've been in school for 3 days now, and within these 3 days, the amount of young 11-year-old boys that told me that they love Andrew Tate is ridiculous. This man is really affecting the minds of young men. I had a boy today, 11, turn to a girl and tell her that she's fat. Women need to be thin. She sits at home and she eats all day, and that she's like every other girl in the world, and that she uses men to get money. And at least he's a hardworking man and he works for his money. They're 11. Okay? You need to be aware of what your kids are watching, because this is ridiculous and it's really affecting kids.
I'm gonna start being in this category. There's gonna be teachers pretty saying this shit about me.
Young
Sure.
kids.
That is pretty weird if an 11-year-old saying that, though. That's not some top G shit, okay?
Yeah, that's kind of funny though. Do you think the guy was really taking it seriously, or did he watch some stuff and he echoed?
That's always
it,
the problem with getting these types of, because like everybody bullies in school, but like, is it different now? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not on the, not in a 6th grade classroom to tell.
I don't know. That kid seems pretty base to me.
I don't need to go through every example of how the manosphere is distorting men and boys' attitudes towards women in negative ways. I'll leave a playlist linked in the description if you want to learn more. It's called the Manosphere Deprogram Playlist. Great work, team. Nice job. But the goal of Healthy Boys Only, at least as far as it's been outlined in my brain and videos thus far, is to lift up the lads without having to put women down. It's that simple. If that makes us soy boys, then so be it. We can reclaim that word as being good, because if this is the alternative, then pass me those damn beans.
You know what this bitch said? She said that men are only valuable for their wallets. So what I'm saying is a natural response, and that fucking Healthy Boys Only conveniently clipped it out. She's like, what do men have to bring to the table if women are the prize? She says, their wallets. Yeah, so what I'm saying is accurate. She belongs to the streets. She's sucking your energy. She's not worth my time. If she thinks I'm only a wallet, get the fuck away from me. But clip that out because you're trying to get some coochie.
I didn't clip anything out. I played that clip in its entirety later in the video. The reason I didn't play it here is because in this sequence, I was setting up a joke to transition into my ad read. It wasn't important for the function that this sequence served to see anything besides Sneeko's reaction. That's why the Joker theme is playing, because it's, you know, cinematic. Anytime someone starts going misogynist manifesto mode, throw the Joker music on it and it just works.
I don't care. Give me more money for my pussy. Whore. She said men are only worth their wallet. And you know what this bitch also has? She has a podcast called the Kill All Men Podcast. And we reacted to it on the stream. She has a podcast called the Kill All Men Podcast. So yeah, but by all means, put the evil dark night noise over here. But I think maybe she deleted it. Let me show you. Right here. This is her podcast. Kill All Men, the Janeway. Ready?
Hello, and welcome back to Cam, aka Kill All Men.
So I actually didn't
Isn't that crazy, Destiny?
That's a little weird.
know this. This is interesting. And, well, you may be surprised to hear me say it, but I think that this is bad. I think it's a bad name for a podcast. Kill All Men is not a slogan that I think should be used or promoted. I think it's inflammatory.
Some common ground with Noah.
There you go, dude. Wow, maybe you guys will agree on everything. Yeah.
Hey, Noah, we like you now. Get in the street, pussy.
Feminism. That being said, let me ask, is the name of this podcast in any way representative of its actual content? Like, is this podcast advocating for men to be killed or anything even remotely?
Kind of sounds like it.
I don't know, do they? Do they say that in the podcast?
They say, welcome back to the
close to that. And
Kill All Men podcast. Like, if there's any motive that you would get from the show, like, what else would it be other than the title?
Well, I think the joke is that, like, or what the point he's trying to get is they probably, not to defend the name of the podcast, but they're probably, probably not a podcast talking about, like, the best way to commit homicide against, like, a male, right? Probably.
Yeah, because she's weaker and she probably couldn't, but what do you think is going through
I mean,
her
you can
head?
get a knife or a gun. It's possible, right?
Yeah, the cover of the podcast is her holding a bloody knife with a bunch of men around.
Oh, wait, is it really?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty weird.
Yes. Look one more time. I don't know if you're gaming. Look at the cover of the podcast. Kill All Men, her posing with a knife in her hand, and the Kill All Men.
It's pretty
is
weird.
covered
It's
in
pretty
blood.
weird. I think if I made like the Kill All Women podcast with a similar thing, I'd probably get
With
in
a
trouble.
bloody knife, you would go to jail. Yeah.
Let me ask, is the name of this podcast in any way representative of its actual content? Like, is this podcast advocating for men to be killed or or anything even remotely close to that? And well, no, it isn't. I listened to a few episodes and it's just a podcast. It's like a dating podcast, or it's just her podcast where she sometimes talks about dating and Tinder experiences and life stuff. Maybe there's more to it. I didn't listen to all of them because I'm trying to get this video out in a timely manner, but there are only 12 episodes released over the course of 2 years. So if I missed the one where she calls for genocide, feel free to leave the link below. So while again, it's a bad title, this title is obviously supposed to be inflammatory.
But notice how he never calls her a femcel, but I get called an incel when I'm saying focus on yourself, but you just adamantly defend that. Don't you see the double standards, Destiny?
Yeah, of course, dude. You got to get him on. You got to ask him these questions.
But he just bro. Yeah, I was preparing for this. He's watching this right now. He's watching this right. You know that right now. He's probably in a car or something like that, leaving dinner. He's watching this right now, like clipping it up, ready for his another reaction video where he can type out and have his prepared answers. You're a fucking pussy. We know you're watching. Get in the Discord. It's gonna be safe. We're gonna be nice. Let's just talk. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I know it might trigger you. Sorry.
Its intended purpose is to trigger manosphere and meninist types of guys. And as cringe as I think most rhetoric aimed at triggering anyone is, it also does occasionally have some benefits. Like, for instance, sometimes this rhetoric will get people like Sneeko to ask questions like this.
But imagine if I had a podcast called Welcome Back to Caw, the Kill All Women podcast. Suck my dick, healthy boys. Your fucking content sucks.
And when you ask questions like this, you get answers like this. This is data from a 2019 United Nations global study on homicide. And while the gender breakdown of homicide victims in total was strongly slanted towards men, at 81% men and 19% women, as shown on the left, when it comes to gendered intimate partner homicide, this is and has always been overwhelmingly committed against women, 82% to 18%. To quote the study, these findings show that even though men are the principal victims of homicide globally, women continue to bear the heaviest burden of lethal victimization as a result of gender stereotypes and inequality. So no, if you made a podcast called Kill All Women, this would not be the same thing, because femicide is already happening, and it's happening at the hands of men.
Now I'm just giving him more content, and that's the funny part. He's gonna clip.
Damn.
Crazy white knighting, man.
How do you respond to that one?
He ignored the 81% men being homicide victims and like completely focused on the other ones to just feed his 50% female audience. What do you think about that one? None of this is like, it's just...
I mean, the larger answer is that there probably is a difference, right? If I listen to a podcast called Kill All Men and Kill All Women, there's probably going to be a bit of a difference there in terms of what I assume that people are like when they say it.
Okay, but can we agree that killing people's bad? Like,
yeah,
why
of
do you have
course,
to
but
bring
that's
up
a simple. That's like the level one.
murder?
Of course, obviously, killing people's bad. The argument against what he's saying is that like if you keep normalizing this rhetoric, you get in a weird world where people are saying like kill all straight men, kill all white men, kill all men. But as soon as you make like fun of a person that happens to be gay, all of a sudden you're like the worst person in the world. So I disagree with this overarching argument, but I mean I understand what it is.
It's not a good argument.
Well,
okay.
Bring him on, dude.
This part out, because they. What are you saying? Me bring him on? I mean, you know I'm trying. He's watching right now too. You know that. You know he's watching right now. Preparing. Fuck. They love getting reactions like this. They want to go clip it up, and they're gonna make me see. They're gonna put intense music, and I'm gonna go bah! They're gonna say that he's like unhinged or some shit like that. This guy's sitting in there like it's so predictable. The classic soy boy lib with an Instagram cat page and your fucking mustache and you're 30.
Look, I get it. It's a manly, burly, intimidating piece of facial hair, but I'm not 30. I'm 24. And again, the cat Instagram page. What's the problem? Okay, you know what? Go follow Babito, everybody. Come on. She's a
W on having a cat Instagram. Like Destiny.
What's wrong with the cat You're going hard on the cat, man. I don't know why. It's kind of weird.
You could have a cat Instagram.
Maybe he's got a cute cat. It's free views, man. Damn. Some
No,
people
it's
like
not.
cats.
It's like 800 followers. Like, why are you doing that? Why do that?
Well, check how many followers he has, dude. Maybe the cat Instagram might be bigger than his. Damn. If I had a cat, I'd have a cat Instagram. That's all I'm saying. Wait, are you a cat or a dog person?
Dog.
Yeah, of course you are. Why? Because cats are for pussies? Be honest.
Cats are feminine. They're so catty.
Okay, dude.
Cats.
Okay, dude.
Confidence boost after being epically destroyed by this YouTube personality.
I want to like literally cook his cat and eat it.
But like, look, man, I don't need to take you out of context or cut things from your response in order to show people why the stuff you're saying is bad. I feel like I'm doing just fine in this video while going over everything.
Okay, if the stuff I'm saying is bad, then just get on a call. Isn't it that simple?
Thing that you said. I know I used a clip of you with scary music in my last video, but that video wasn't about you. It was about the channel you were reacting to. And a seething, screaming, mauling reaction like that, calling a random woman that you don't know a whore for no reason, that literally does not require context. It's a self-contained example of why the ideology you seem to have ascribed to, the red pill, if we're looking at any of your recent content, this ideology is turning you into a bit of a goblin, man. In the thumbnail.
Goblin?
Ooh.
What do you say?
Goblin. It's turning into a goblin, dude.
Okay.
Damn.
Should that hurt my feelings?
I don't know, does it?
No.
Of your YouTube video about me, you added quotes to it that said, Sneeko sucks. And that's not something I've ever said in the video. In fact, in that video, I didn't say anything about you. I played a clip of you saying the types of things that you say all the time on your stream. So if playing clips of you saying the things that you say
Clickbait, dumbass.
Translates to me telling you that you suck, then maybe you just actually kind of suck, you know? It's a possibility. It is. Okay, so firstly, this guy's an NPC. And by that I mean he's just using a dialogue tree. He has a list of questions that he's asking, and he rarely ever deviates from the list.
What?
We called you an NPC. Oh, no. Oh, man, dude.
NPC. I'm about to go in right here.
Is that an NPC because he's asking questions that expose their nonsense?
So in video games, NPCs, the in-game AI characters, usually have a set number of possible responses when you engage with them. This game mechanic is called a dialogue tree. It looks like this. And when you watch the street interviews, specifically examples like the one I am talking about at this point in my video, you can see the dialogue tree in full effect. It's not just the fact that he's asking questions. It's that he continues down his list of pre-written questions, regardless of how people answer. Or if any deviation in the answers occurs, it is to follow a different path on the same tree. It's not a natural interview cadence. And I feel like people are able to pick up on that. Especially you, Sneeko, given that you spent a lot of time and built the majority of your audience doing street interviews. With the dialogue tree, though, he is building each question on top of the last, while baking assumptions into many of them to lead subjects to the conclusion that he and the audience so desperately want to hear. The one where women be contradicting themselves in this day and age. Wow, that says a lot about society and modern females. Wow.
But the narrative doesn't work if they don't answer the question how we all know they're gonna answer. Bro, how are you so stupid that you don't realize a narrative isn't a narrative if they don't answer exactly how he thinks they're gonna answer?
Okay, listen to what he just said there. The narrative doesn't work if they all answer how he knows they're going to answer. Sneeko, that's exactly how it works. If he knows how they're going to answer, why is he asking them questions? Like, he's so close to getting it, you know, but just also...
Retard. That's why they're the NPCs and he's not, because he already knows what they're gonna say. What?
So far.
He's Destiny, why are you laughing? Because
I just think it's funny. Okay. These people are, they're fun times.
These people are what?
There's a reason why I stopped watching like all the bread tube, left tube shit. You know that whole community died, right?
What community?
There used to be have you ever heard of the term bread tube before?
No.
Oh. It was like a whole community of like people like this. They had a subreddit. They were exploding back in like 2018. And they lasted for about a year. They had all these video essayists. They made all these long videos with the funky lighting and like the cool clips. And the people all talk like this with the weird YouTube cadence or whatever. They all did it. But the subreddit died in like a year. And like all of those video essays just kind of dropped off and nobody gave a fuck. It was just like a huge circle jerk of people all making video essays about like toxic masculinity and patriarchy over and over and over and over and over again.
Like D'Angelo Wallace and them.
Wait, what?
D'Angelo Wallace. Who else was one of these people?
ContraPoints was like the best one, but I think her videos are actually good. I don't know if you've heard of her or not.
No.
H Bomber Guy used to make videos. Sean and Jen used to make videos.
They're all on antidepressants, right?
I don't know. Damn. I think FD Signifier was kind of one of them. Philosophy Tube. Abigail is one of them.
Hey, by the way, it's Nick's birthday. You want to say happy birthday to Nick?
Sure. Happy birthday, Nick.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Asking those questions because he knows what they all say, because when you talk to enough women, you see the delusion. But I know you're sitting in your house and this is your way to get some fucking four once in a while by being the safe soy boy, but start talking to these hoes and you're gonna see that they're all programmed to think this shit.
So firstly, I'm sitting in my house, Sneeko, because that's where I film my YouTube videos. It looks like you may be doing the same right here, and that's okay. Sitting in your chair at your computer doesn't make you any less of a man. But if you really must know, Sneeko, I am seeing a girl
I didn't say any of that.
right now. It's going well, thank you for asking. You probably think I'm lying, so just humor me here, okay? Play along. I have yet to see this sort of programming that you're theorizing about. And come to think of it, I actually haven't seen this in any of my prior relationships, nor any interactions that I've had on dating apps. And that's anecdotal, of course, that isn't everyone's experience. But it isn't any more anecdotal than thinking that this programming exists because you watched a weird guy yell incel shit at women on the street.
Your girlfriend believes in astrology. Your girlfriend watches Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Liberals are so fucking stupid, they think that questions are triggering. He's literally not even giving a point of view. He's asking questions in a way that expose the truth about what people think. And fucking libs will still get triggered over it. You see, this is why freedom of speech is dead. Even in the beginning of all of his videos, it says, the questions do not necessarily reflect the interviewer's opinions. He's not even saying his opinion. He's letting the girls say their bullshit for the video.
Sneeko here references how, at the start of each video, the interview channel puts up a disclaimer. It says the opinions captured in these videos do not necessarily reflect the views of the creators. And he uses this fact to talk about how, therefore, the questions he asks cannot have any opinions baked into them because he said they don't. But the obvious response to this is, what if he's lying? People lie. They lie on the internet all the time. And if we are to meaningfully
No, I say this on my streams all the time. I know he thinks this shit.
engage with the content of these interview videos, I don't think you can really make the case that this disclaimer is true. His bias is consistent across different sets of questions, different people, and each of the videos on his channel. It's consistent down to the comments that the channel owner himself has chosen to press the heart button on. They're all saying different versions of the same thing. Thank you for exposing these delusional women. It's complicated channel. Are you just gonna ignore all of this because they're telling you what you want to hear?
If women think men are trash, why are they so interested in getting his commitment?
I mean, Good. Maybe for security?
And, well, no, that's not what this is. By asking that question, if women think men are trash, why are
It's such a simple answer. If they don't agree with the premise of the question, they can just say, no, I don't think men are trash. But they
Chat going crazy on his face right now.
do.
This is an important point that Sneeko brings up here. I saw it a lot in the comments on my video. And the thing is, there's a difference between someone making the statement that men are trash and them not correcting an interviewer when he inserts that premise into a two-part question. One is an active choice, the other is passive. And this is tricky. You know, it's subtle. You have to be paying close attention to catch it. And that's what makes this
Let's go back to normal speed, bro. I literally forgot that how slow he talks.
style of content, specifically narrativizing pre-scripted street interview
Jesus
interactions, so nefarious. Because, like, are people...
It sounds slowed down, right?
Yeah.
On the Las Vegas Strip at night paying close attention? Well, sometimes, sure, there are people that are, but mostly they're not. At least not as much as they might normally be. They're with their friends. They're on camera.
I swear to God, I had to double check. I thought that I actually did slow it down.
They've been drinking. There's a lot of factors that apply here that don't apply.
There's a lot of factors that apply here.
In other places. And just because they're consenting to being interviewed doesn't mean they can't also get taken advantage of while being interviewed. Sneeko makes a related point later on in his reaction. You're pulling people aside on their night out, putting a bright light and a camera on them.
But why are you trying to victimize these people like, oh my God, you're flashing a camera? They don't need to be in this. I hate when people do, they're on a night out and you're flashing a giant camera and light right on their face. They don't need to be there. Handing them a mic, you're literally pointing a camera and handing them a microphone. It's like, look how liberals fucking victimize everything as if they're not capable of saying no to an interview.
Questions on the spot. I'm confused here because Sneeko is disputing what I feel like are some fairly uncontroversial observations. Like on a basic level, having a bright light shine in your face, or being drunk, or being out late at night on the strip with your friends. Do these help or hinder your ability to answer questions in a thoughtful manner?
For normal people, it helps because they stop being uncomfortable about the camera and they're just honest. What is this triggering? Is this a bad thing to interview people with the light on?
I mean, he's like hardcore psychoanalyzing like every part of your, like basically every part of your interaction.
Everything,
right?
because that's what libs do. They just psychoanalyze, and this shit could all just be a joke in 5 seconds. If his smart, intelligent, slow-talking antidepressant ass could come on my Discord right now, because I know you're watching. Healthy boy.
What about all three of these things at once? Like, you're not going to these places to find people at their best. If we're being charitable, you're doing it to find people in their most talkative state, maybe, and most likely to opt in to being interviewed. But given that we know how these interviews are structured and framed and interpreted by the audience...
Okay, I gotta speed it back up again. I'm sorry. This is too much.
Being charitable isn't really an option. We know why he's there. Read the comment sections.
Most people ask the same fucking stupid questions over and over again. I've never heard detailed, really good questions like it's complicated. He asks the best street interview questions I have ever seen, and I do this shit. I do this shit professionally.
I know you do, Sneeko. I've seen your content. I actually quite like some of the street interviews that you've done. I think there are times...
I have never heard of your content before this fucking video.
When you've been able to humanize the random...
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, keep following me. My videos are better than yours.
People you come across in a way that's very entertaining. But that's why it's just so disappointing, sad even, that you've allowed red pill ideology to poison your brain into losing touch with what makes your own shit.
I've always been like this. I just didn't do it in the street interviews because I was afraid to. I was just talking normies and letting them sound stupid. And now I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna call you a sore boy to your face. I'm gonna say that you talk slow. I'm gonna say that antidepressants fuck up your head and you all sound predictable. Because that's what the street interviews taught me. You all say the same fucking shit. It didn't poison my brain. You are boring.
Shit actually good. At times, because this channel is giving you the anti-feminist, misogynistic narrative that you happen to agree with right now, you're overlooking the fact that this content even has a narrative at all. And I think for a lot of your fans of your older content which seem to mostly avoid this sort of thing, seeing you fall for the bait is a sad thing to watch. When they tell you that you fell off, they're not talking about your subscriber counts or your TikTok views or anything like that. No, you're doing just fine on that front. They're talking about the quality of your work. They're telling you that your content no longer moves them in a way that it once did. At least that's what it seems like.
Yeah, to soy boys. So I'll just leave you in the past. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna keep doing this shit, and your dumbass is gonna keep watching it. It's psychoanalyzing it, because you love it. It's entertainment. Keep watching, put the Joker thing. You need a villain. You need somebody to hate. You go keep tuning in while I keep turning up, pussy.
To me, but that's just a theory.
Sorry.
A film.
Destiny, any points? Your stream is probably getting mad at me right now.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I hate this guy, so there's not much for me to say.
All right. Why do you hate him? These are your people.
Why
You kind of look the same too.
Yeah, good one. I tend to not like people that do like essays like this but won't defend their stuff in a conversation because it makes it feel like they don't understand what they're talking about, and if they get any pushback, they'll fall apart immediately. Something that you don't know, for a little bit of history on this guy, that's probably the reason why he'll never actually talk to you in a conversation, is because he made an essay like this once, actually attacking Vosh or people like me, debate bros, as being like idiots or like dumb or like you should never be a debate bro, it's just bad. And he had a live conversation with Vosh and he actually got absolutely obliterated. It was so bad he took down his other video for a little bit because he felt so embarrassed about his performance. So
that's why he's not going to debate now. No, it's okay if you get obliterated. We could talk. I really want to watch that Vosh shit afterward. Wait, let me pull up in the middle of this real quick, just while you mentioned it. How do you spell Vosh?
V-A-U-S-H.
Noah Samson. Debate bros, you shouldn't debate. It was 2 hours long.
Yeah, all these things are fucking, dude. These are long ass fucking boring videos. Welcome to, welcome to fucking streaming shit. Everything is like 2, 3, 4 hours long.
Okay, now I'm bored. There's no clip?
No. It's a 2-hour debate. It's
You
gonna be
or your
boring.
audience that, like, wait.
Hold on.
I don't care. You know what? Maybe Professor Flowers is a genocide denier or whatever, or like an ethnic cleansing supporter. If she had owned it, I wouldn't have cared so much. The thing that
I
bothers
can't do it. It's just too many white people in one room. Like, I can't do it.
There's 2 of them.
I'm seeking long-term.
Funny that. Sorry, I mean, hey, Destiny, you're one of the good ones. You're invited to the barbecue.
Thank you so much.
And you're invited to the, what do you call it? Fuck it, I don't care.
The cookout, right?
No, the Asian cookout with
the cats and the dogs?
To the hibachi circle. The position always the creepiest looking. He looks literally just like Lasan. He looks just like every fucking white knight dude.
When he says Lasan here, he's referring to Hassan.
Thank you for explaining that to your fucking low IQ audience, bro. When he said
Hassan Piker, Hasanabi. Hey man, in what universe is telling me that I look like Hassan Piker supposed to hurt my feelings? No, please stop it. That's so mean. Oh, I feel that's so disrespectful. Here's another case of him directly asking his audience to validate him.
They always got this hair and a creepy mustache, and they're always like bordering around 30, 35. It's always the creepy guys who end up like being the champion for women. The male feminists are the creepiest looking dudes. Why is it always these guys calling us incels? Who looks more like an incel, me or him? Like, objectively. But I don't call people incels. It's always them.
These are quite frankly hilarious to me. You guys like me, right? You think I'm good and he's bad, right? Good, bad? Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you for this helpful statistical information. Pew Research could never. But see, the thing about incels is they don't have a look. I mean, sure, generally speaking, more attractive people are less likely to fall down a red pill, black pill, incel rabbit hole. But I mean, what about Elliot Rodger, the incel spree shooter? Probably the most infamous incel of them all. He was a cutie, man. Cuties can be monsters. And I'm not calling you a cutie or a monster, but you use the same rhetoric as the monster.
You are calling me a monster, right? You call me the Joker.
And I personally...
You call me a goblin. That is a monster! What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think that's very cute. And like, I'm not even gonna try to untangle this because it's full of so many assumptions and problematic notions that it's...
Problematic! I'm a man going... Bro, we need a bingo card for these soy boys, man. Men, problematic, and shut the fuck up. You're using all the bitch insults, man. That should be a wake-up call enough for you.
Using words that are in the dictionary? That's a feminine trait. Fellas, is it gay to talk?
But like a woman,
It's just like stupid jokes, bro. Like, they're really bad at joking.
they can do about anything they want, you know? Because men are dumb enough to pay for it, or men are dumb enough to do it.
This is great, but I think it's also rare when it comes to...
Yeah, it's great when they call men dumb.
When I said this is great, I was specifically referring to this guy's decision to challenge the interviewer's loaded question here. The fact that he said that men are dumb enough to pay for it is irrelevant to this point. But even if it were relevant, you aren't allowed to be upset at that, Sneeko, because you spread that exact same sentiment about women in every single video. You can't get mad at negative generalizations when that's literally all you do now.
Yeah, and he said media training. You need to make sure that you have media training to ensure your opinion aligns with the mainstream views so that you don't stumble and point out your own bullshit.
I never said that anyone needed to be media trained. I was pointing out that regular people aren't. And that's why manipulating them with rhetoric is generally easier to do than it is to, say, a politician or a popular online media figure. All of Ben Shapiro's most viewed videos are videos of him dunking on random college kids. If random college kids were media trained, that content wouldn't exist because they wouldn't give him enough leeway to allow him to...
So let me talk. Since you're media trained, Noah, right? You're smarter than these college students. You're older than me. Huh? You got a female audience. Let's talk. You got no excuses. Why can't you not get in this Discord right now? You watch my videos, you a fan, you're on Twitter right now watching this. Let's get some content. Obviously, it's gonna be good if you can make a 51-minute video coping about me. Let's talk. What do you have to lose? Someone explain, because you know damn well he's watching this right now. Fuck.
Stay in his narratives. That's how this works. Rhetoric is a tool to achieve an end, and sometimes people use this tool to promote incel shit. This is always going to be easier to do with a random person on the street than it is, say, a feminist scholar. So why blame society when you could be the one changing your behavior? But this only works as a gotcha if we assume that society cannot change. If society's some
dumb liberal bullshit, society's not gonna change. Only fucking soy boys like you change. Men objectify women. That's the point of going out, and women live in a lie. We go out so that women can look like objects, and then we give them attention. That's what it is. And you're like, but women are queens.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Do you believe that?
What?
That women go out just so they can look like and be treated like objects?
Why do you think they get dressed up with makeup and lashes and they put on fake tits and they have their boobs out? They want to be objectified.
Yeah, but don't you think it's possible that like maybe people like to be like somebody can go out and look decent and still want to be treated like a human being?
When we went out to dinner with you and your I forgot your friends, Dan, what did you wear? You wore your merch, you were wearing sweatpants, and you just looked like you just walked outside.
Do you think that it's a little bit more challenging sometimes when there's pressure for women, because if they were to show up wearing shit like I wear, people like you would say that they're like look horrible, or they would like judge them?
If they didn't care about that, then that pressure wouldn't matter. If they just wanted to be valued for what they say, they wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I don't even have to worry about something like that, right? Like I don't even have to worry about if I show up in sweatpants, is he going to judge me for not dressing up?
Yeah, people are, but you don't care. Why don't you care? Because you know that doesn't matter to you, because you don't need to be an object to have value. You're you. Women need to be objectified.
Do you really think that's true?
How is that not true?
I'm trying to... Fuck, it's late. I'm trying to think if I want to have...
Yeah. No.
No, wait. Okay, stop. Pause it. Okay. My issue is that you feed into the cycle and you perpetuate it, right? There are a whole host of things that we can value women for. But if you... Like, when you go out for a woman, what are you looking for when you're talking to a woman? What are the traits that you're looking for?
Smart, funny.
Really?
Yeah, but I never find it. So they're not really better than their looks for the most part.
Okay, hold on. So you would encourage women to like be smarter, to be funnier. You think that would be a good thing for women to do?
Please try.
Okay,
most
so
women
then
are not funny.
Do you think it's a good thing for women to go to college? That women are going to college more than they have before and making more money and getting jobs? Or do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Okay, cool. All right, we're on the same page.
Yeah, but we saw even on Fresh and Fit, even the college-educated ones are just professionals with their delusion. They're not ever really that much smarter or funnier. To be an object of beauty.
I think the one girl in red, didn't she say, was she the one with the finished college degree in, was it business or was it econ? I don't remember. She didn't say anything the rest of the whole podcast. And then I think there was one other, that one girl you were talking to a lot, not the P one, but the other one who said she was a musician. I think she got her bachelor's in some audio engineering or something. I think those are the only two, but.
Yeah, do you remember anything funny they said? Say it now.
Funny? No. But I mean, like...
Did they say anything smart?
Towards the end of the podcast, they started to.
What did they say? Quote it.
I think that the one girl sitting next to sitting next to Fit, she was echoing some of the shit that I said at the beginning of the podcast. I appreciated that.
Okay, echoing what you said. Did she say anything individual? Anything independent that showed that she was smart or funny?
Anything independent that showed that she was smart or funny? I don't know if, I mean, we were all kind of like talking about the same topic at the table. I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah, I can't remember every single thing. That one girl, okay, actually, the saddest girls at the table, Zan's 1 and 2, Zan's 1, the person next to you, she actually said something really insightful that actually blew me away, which was when you guys were talking about, I think it was when Myron was talking about how worthless it was for like girls to go to college and how it was all dumb and a waste of time. And she started talking about, well, the reason why girls are dumb and they're not funny or whatever is because you guys only value us for our pussy. The very first thing you asked us when we sat down.
It's our fault that they're not smart or funny?
I'm saying that both sides play a role in it. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. But
like if I were to show you, like if I were to show a fan of Fresh and Fit, if I were to show them like a 21-year-old girl who was young, tight, badass, just like very hot and young and like that, and then I show them like a 30-year-old woman that was like smart, funny, maybe not a 10, maybe she's like a 7, but she's like super cool, educated, has a job. Like who do you think people would gravitate towards in the Fresh and Fit community, or in like the Red Pill community, the PUA community? Like who's got more value there? People go.
I've gravitated. Brett Cooper's really smart. Brett Cooper, I've been reacting to a lot of her videos. She's like an anomaly. She's like the first girl I've heard like actually have independent, not just echoing. The only smart thing you said any of the girls at the panel said was just echoing the shit you said.
Well, because we're all echoing around the table. We're all like chatting with each other, right?
No, we're not even echoing, bro. I'm saying shit that you disagree with. We have
Okay, hold on. You're bringing 9 girls, okay, that are petrified as fuck at this table. Before they even
they're going Fresh and Fit.
Before they even talk, they're getting like a 20-minute fucking lecture from the producer on what they can or can't say, on how they can sit, on how they can act, saying that they're going to get kicked off of it, right? They do this whole fucking dress down before they're even allowed on the show. And then when they get on the show, obviously all of them are scared as fuck to say anything because they've got like 3 fucking master debater red pillars ready to fucking jump down their throat, like hardcore shit. So, and then none of these girls have like any show experience. None of these girls are like pro debaters. Like these.
Actually, one of the girls, the one with the balloons and the fucking giant lips, she'd been in a lot of reality shows.
Yeah, have you seen her in reality shows?
Yeah, she got.
It was a professional debate experience, but also she was also the one that was talking the most. She was talking a lot, right? She was probably talking more than any other person. But
and she was just saying dumb shit.
I'm just saying that, like, you can put me on a panel with 100 people like that, and I'll steamroll every single one because these people are scared. These people aren't very confident. They don't have a lot of experience. Yeah, of course it's going to be the case.
Okay,
Let me fill out one of those panels with like 6 of my friends, and it's going to look way fucking different, right? Like, I can find you
a bunch of white people coping and saying talk about trans people for 8 hours. But the first show that
hold on, you think you know if I could fill out a panel like that, I could give you 6 girls that'll have a lot to say on every topic, and they won't all be fucking what?
Get me on a Fresh and Fit panel with 6 of your smart female friends. I am excited for that. Organize it just like Fresh and Fit. Me versus fucking 8 women. It's gonna go the same exact way. If they're all white, it's gonna be different. It
won't be all white. I know black people. I know Hispanic people. I can bring you other types of people if you want.
No, you don't.
Do you know? Fuck. Do you know Bose Does True Crime on YouTube?
No.
Oh fuck. Damn. I could find people. Fuck. That would actually be crazy.
My example of women saying anything smart or funny is the first show I was on. You weren't on that. There was a 37-year-old stand-up comedian. She had a kid who was 13, and early on I pointed out how I'm closer in age to her son than her. And the show was like 4 hours. By the end, she said she kept talking about how she's a stand-up comedian, and I pointed out like, yo, it's been 4 hours. You're a comedian. You haven't said anything funny. 37 years old. You're on a podcast. You're a professional comedian. There should have been something I remembered. I don't remember anything she said. A college educated, mom, stand-up comedian. Nothing. Can't tell you one thing.
Fuck, I want to do this. I want to make this happen so badly.
Do it, organize it. That's a W stream. Chat, you want to see that?
For an in-person show, I'd have to coordinate for all these fuckers.
You can do it on Discord too. Well, when I move to Miami too, we can do it in Miami.
You want to do it on Discord? If you want to do it on Discord, I can do this probably in a few days.
I'll do it in person. In person could even be even better because then I could actually get humiliated.
In person would be funny because it would be
like that.
But the problem is that these people would have to get flown in from everywhere. I'd fly people in for that though. That would be fucking hilarious. Oh my god.
My chat wants to see it. They're all excited.
Hold on, wait, chat, real quick, help me. So we bring in Tree. You know we would. Tree of Logic, Bose. We bring Bose in. Erudite. We would bring in. Alexandria Botez. What was the name of the older sister? It's Alex, right?
Brett Cooper.
What?
Brett Cooper?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You should. Actually, don't. She's mine. I'll bring her.
Yeah. Ooh, 5, 6. I need like how many would we bring for this? I think if I had no, I'd want like I think 6 is good.
Bring Brittany Simon.
Brittany Simon. Oh hell yes, of course.
Someone on my side.
Wait, I thought you just wanted a dog pile, like it normally is against the girls.
Oh, I could have one woman though. Like yeah.
Okay, who's the one woman that you want?
I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. You can organize it.
Okay, I don't know if Lauren and Venti would come to something like those guys. I don't think they'd want Tav for reasons. Brittany Venti, I already got her on the list. Or no, I've got Brittany Simon on the list. I don't know about Brittany Venti.
Did Noah Sampson respond to you yet?
Dude, that guy's never gonna talk to you.
You're such a fucking bitch, bro.
I would have Melina, obviously.
Oh, Melina too?
Yeah, of course. I gotta take her on the next
time.
time.
She had a funny tweet she put on his forehead, Miami 4.
Oh yeah, shit.
That's pretty funny. You think she would hate me?
No, she'd think you're really funny.
No. Their personality. No. You need to be a woman needs to be an object of beauty, you fucking idiot. Society's not going to change. This is evolution. This is basic biology. Your liberal bullshit is not going to forward the human race. It's going to make men into pussies, and it's going to make women stronger.
I feel like I don't even need to respond to that clip. To be honest, I probably don't need to respond to most of these, but I felt like writing a bunch today, so sorry. But okay, Sneako's concern here seems to be that if we acknowledge people's criticisms of things like catcalling, and
he didn't even respond to the shit I said,
then attempt to change society.
It's just a chance for him to... Oh, Lav? Oh, no. It's just a chance for him to spew his ideology. Damn, dude. I don't have anything to say to this guy. I stopped reacting to these people a long time ago for a reason, okay? You're trying hard. This dude is squeezing a lot of content out of fucking 5 minutes of video, okay?
Yeah. I'm never gonna... It's just, Chad, we can wrap it up after this. Guy's watching this right now. He doesn't want to get on the call. He's scared. It's fucking predictable. We get it. I'm never talking about this dude again because this, bro... You follow me. You a fan. Get on. You too scared. That's the end of free speech. You liberals have ruined free speech, and I'm sick of it.
Accordingly, that will mean that men will be unable to
Are there any other
women
like lefties on Twitch that you want to like debate? Are there any other left-leaning people?
Bro, I'm new to this shit. I don't know anybody.
You don't know anybody.
Okay. Surprise me.
This will have implications on an evolutionary scale. But this would only be true if catcalling was the only way to approach women. And thankfully for us, this is not the case. Men approach women all the time and successfully strike up conversations. And they do so without having to be disrespectful or creepy. For these guys, even if they get turned down, they're able to experience that and still be normal about it. Like, hey, she said she had a boyfriend. That's cool. I wish her well and I'm on my way. I'm not going to speculate as to whether or not she was lying because I am normal. I can take a hint. The reason the manosphere doesn't hear about guys like this is because guys like this aren't plugged into the manosphere. They have girlfriends or wives or they date casually without resentment. But those are just the chads, Noah. They have the best skulls. Attractive people are more attractive. The sky is blue. That doesn't mean all women want a guy who looks...
I don't think she'd do it. I don't think that's like brand friendly for her. I don't think she'd go on anything. Yeah, I don't think she would.
Oh, hell no, she wouldn't. You know her?
Kind of. We have like mutual friends.
Oh, okay. Can I have her number?
Ask us
like this. Most women look at these black pill rating charts and they laugh. If you don't believe me, I encourage you to talk to the women in your life. Show them this image and ask them what they think about it. Seriously. Have a conversation. Maybe you'll learn something. But if you go in with a black pill mentality that women actually just don't know what they want and will always go for Chad no matter what because of biology or whatever, you probably won't learn that much. And you know, another thing, even if you're a chiseled piece of sexiness, women have these things called brains. And that means that if you're funny or charming in a way that they appreciate and you have good intentions, then you'll probably be fine. It'll take a little time. It'll take trial and error and learning to deal with rejection. But that's okay. That's part of the process. Dating is not easy, but it gets easier if you make it an active thing and avoid spaces that harbor resentment, spaces like the manosphere. I'd like to respond to another thing that Sneeko said in that last clip about society being unable to change.
Society's not going to change. This is
You know,
evolution.
it'd be the best
this is
fucking
basic
thing?
biology. You're liberal.
If I could bring fucking 7 girls and then by the end of the show I reveal that all 7 of them are trans just to mindfuck you guys, holy shit, that would be the funniest fucking like.
And then they clip the part where I was hitting on him, and then it's gonna live on TikTok forever.
I'm sorry.
How many trans women do you know?
Probably a lot. I think I have more trans women than cis women in my audience. But
what?
Yeah, damn, I'm a trans advocate, even though that's why I was banned from Twitch. But fuck, dude, what am I gonna do?
Bullshit is not going to forward the human race. It's going to make men into pussies, and it's going to make women stronger.
So if there was still any doubt in your mind as to whether or not Sneeko has onboarded conservative ideology because of whatever he's been exposed to, there shouldn't be anymore. The view that society cannot change and that hierarchies are set in stone and that gender roles are biologically static, well, these are central tenets to conservative ideology. It's a philosophy that looks at existing societal and social structures and says, don't bother changing them. We like things the way they are. Like, why are women complaining about being catcalled when they're...
I'm just tuning him out. Chad, are you still tuned into this? It's just like sounds like noise to me now.
Yeah, I mean, that's
you
what
listen
it
to
is.
Destiny?
No, fuck, it's fucking boring. It's the same shit they say every fucking video.
Yes, they all sound exactly the same. And yet, Soy Boy, Healthy Boy, you're listening to another liberal say exactly the same thing I'm saying. Bro, you just all sound exactly the same.
I'm the evolved version of that, okay? Chill. Michaela would be base.
You are.
I've got... Yeah, if she comes, that would be awesome too.
Okay, let's watch like the last couple of minutes. I want to see his closing argument.
Yeah, go for it.
Forgive me for thinking that we don't need to do both of those things. My bad. I'll go call my mom and sisters and let them know to strap up the fatigues because it's time for some girl boss imperialism. So he closes out the video by doing more of the I'm predicting this guy's life, I'm so very smart thing.
We know you're boosted up. We know what you think. We know you had BLM in your bio. You probably had he, him. I don't know when you deleted it, but you had he, him in your bio for a bit, bro. Never use the word NPC again when we know you voted for Biden.
And it's still very silly. He says, we know you're boosted up, implying that getting vaccinated is only something you do if you're an NPC because conservative talking point
so we know he did. Told you.
Number 5,286. He's an anti-vaxxer?
Biden's based, dude.
Huh?
Biden's based, man. How could you hate on Biden? How could you hate on Biden? You're an NPC. Oh my god.
Stop it. Stop
Damn,
it.
dude.
Stop it.
Trump literally on his way to federal prison and you're going to show for that guy? Really? The billionaire guy?
Stop it.
You know, Biden was the poorest senator for a long time. He's like an everyman. He's like a normal dude.
You're trolling, right?
I'm not trolling, dude. What part of that was wrong?
Biden's based.
Yeah, he's base as fuck. He's my hero.
Destiny's Chat, is he trolling me right now?
I'm not trolling. Did you see the huge fucking bill they just passed through the Senate? What a god. Climate change, gun control. God, so much shit. He's a warrior.
You're fucking with me.
I'm not fucking with you.
Okay.
I voted for him. I'm gonna vote for him again if he's not dead before he runs.
No way. Look at him. There's no... The best part, though, is when he tries to, like, predict that I have a video on Andrew Tate.
There's a chance to chat. Like, I want to predict this guy. You think he has a video calling Andrew Tate a trafficker? He's got to have a video calling Andrew Tate problematic. And I want to figure him out because I got really tight that he started saying NPC like he knows some shit.
And then when he doesn't find it, he searches for it.
Let's go to his channel real quick. Oh, we know what he thinks about abortions for sure. Damn, all of his videos are debunking red pill TikTok. Where's his video calling Tate problematic? Oh, there he is.
Probably in there, though. There's like 30-minute videos each. There's got to be a mention calling Tate problematic. You did it in this video actually first. You played the clip of the teacher calling it problematic. It's in there.
This podcast hates women, making fun of Fresh and Fit. Shout out Fresh and Fit.
And then when he doesn't find it, he says, well, it must be in that playlist that he made, the Manosphere deprogramming playlist.
Where's the Tate video? Come on, man. Incel content's dangerous. There's got to be more me in here, too. even though he follows me. Manosphere deprogramming, so it's in this.
which is a playlist comprised entirely of other people's videos. So yeah, it turns out he was a psychic after all.
Debunking Red Pill TikTok. I don't feel like watching this guy anymore.
Okay, thank God we're done. I know that this video might have seemed like a bit of a waste of time, especially if you're a regular viewer of mine, but I do think it can sometimes
Abba wants to get on. Okay, finally. This is boring.
be helpful to spend time engaging with this sort of stuff and evaluating.
You add Abba or I have to add him?
I think I can add him. Hold on.
Cool.
The sorts of things that are being said, the ideas.
Oh, what happened?
It starts a new call.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What up, Abba?
How do I sound? I sound good? I'm using the right mic technique?
Yep, you sound great right now.
Awesome, awesome.
Yo, Abba, can I talk about that text you sent me? I'm not gonna. I don't know who it was.
Oh,
I sent Destiny as well, so it's Destiny saw it.
Okay, yeah, chat. Abba lost a guest on his show because he was in the same panel as Nick Fuentes. Are you fucking kidding me? You see how liberals, you see how you ruin free speech? You can't even talk to Abba.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now, I want to be the first to say, I'll platform and talk to anybody because that's the kind of person I am, all right? And I'll shit on Fuentes really hard when he's here, but I feel bad shit talking to anybody when they're not here. But you got to understand, Fuentes is representing a radical right-leaning
What does that have to do with Abba? Abba didn't even agree with anything he was saying.
Yeah, I know, but like, there's going to be some people that are uncomfortable just by virtue of...
Yeah, that's fucking gay. Just because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean you can't go be on a show because you're uncomfortable with someone else that Abba talked to.
You have every right to not watch somebody because they make you uncomfortable. Depends on who they're platforming.
You don't have to watch Nick, but what does Abba have to do with that?
He might feel like Abba. Well, I mean, that's for him to decide. That's
pretty dumb.
That's a black person thing.
You're saying that you don't think that's dumb.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is I had a co-host before that got into a lot of heat for doing a show with me because people thought that I was fucking racist or whatever, and he got a lot of emails from black people saying like, "Bro, when you do shows with this guy, you're like validating his platform, and it like makes all black people look bad." You know, calling him like a fucking.
Okay, and is that wrong or right?
I disagree with it, but
okay,
it's hard. It's hard when we're talking about how people feel about things. It's not on me to tell them. It's not on me to dictate their feelings. Does that make sense? Here's what I say to people. You have every right to not watch me if I make you uncomfortable. I can't take that from you. That's fine. If something makes me uncomfortable, nothing makes me uncomfortable. But if it did, I wouldn't watch it, right? If people don't want to watch me because it makes them uncomfortable, that's fine. They have the right to do that.
Is that... Abo, you don't think that shit is stupid?
I think considering the context of how we had that discussion, probably. Just because it wasn't like a Prop 2 thing. Like, honestly, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, Sneeko. If you told me like, you're having Nick on and you wanted me to come on a discussion about like race realism and IQ and black people, I probably wouldn't have come on.
Yeah, I know, but then that led to the fucking best panel that YouTube has seen in years, bro. That was one of the best streams that YouTube has seen. And I'm glad I didn't tell you beforehand, because, yeah, a lot of you probably want to come on, but that shit was, come on. People were...
I'm going to be honest with you, Sneeko. If Destiny didn't come on in like 5 minutes, I probably would have left.
But that's why I brought him up to back you up. There you go.
It's not even to back me up. Here's the thing, right?
Why would you have left? It's just a Discord call.
Here's the thing, right? If I'm just coming to chit-chat with you and Jadion, and all of a sudden you invite some dude and he's talking about why Nazis are great and this is the like scientific facts behind it. I don't know shit about what the fuck he's talking about. So I look stupid as fuck just sitting there in the corner while this guy's like, well, listen, the Jews are actually lizard people and based off science. I can't rebut what he's saying, but I also got to sit there quietly like I'm getting cucked into a conversation about a dude talking about why I can't be... No, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Also, streaming entertainment... And before he even came in, I asked, do you know Nick Fuentes? You said, yo, he's very funny. He's one of the most funny political streamers out there.
No. That's not all aspects. No. That's not. You're just using a portion. I'll always acknowledge someone's positive points. He is a funny person, absolutely.
There you go.
But he's also a white supremacist. And I even told Jadion. I told Jadion off the top. I said, bro, one day they're going to write an article about you, and they'll say you were in a stream with Nick Fuentes, and it's going to fuck up. And just a prompt, because I knew how crazy this man is, okay? I didn't know to what degree, because I'd seen bits and pieces, but I knew he's unhinged, okay? But
it's his birthday. You want to say happy birthday to him?
Oh yeah, happy birthday to Nick. Well, you know,
Happy
Can I?
birthday,
Okay, I'm gonna let me
if
explain.
he's having chocolate cake though, we gonna have a problem.
Let me explain. Okay, because you guys don't understand. Okay, let me explain the plight of the black man. Okay, because you guys don't get it. All right, so
Okay,
I'm
tell
here
me,
to
Dustin.
explain it to you. No, but seriously. So I get emails, I read things. So this is like the impression that I get. Okay, and I can't know obviously because I'm not a black dude. But when you go into the world of entertainment, you go into YouTube. Compared to white people, there aren't that many people of color here, right? Compared to white content creators, compared to people in the space. And if you are a person of color and you find somebody that does like content that you could vibe with or whatever, that's like a cool feeling. It's a cool thing. In some ways, you get to disconnect or escape from like all the massive white shit, all the whatever that's on the rest of the internet, especially because the internet is predominantly a really white place. And when you're watching a creator that you vibe with, you think is cool, he looks like you, same color as you, and then all of a sudden he's kind of like playing footsies with a white nationalist, it can leave a really bad taste in your mouth. We're like, fuck, like part of the reason why I'm in this part of the internet is just to get away from that shit. And now I have to be here reminded of like the worst types of people that I might have personal interactions in my life. I might get called the N-word all the time in COD lobbies or on the internet. Like I see these motherfuckers and I want to be here away from that. And now just knowing that you're like actively jumping in those groups or whatever, it makes me feel a certain way about it. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. That's not for me to say.
So why are you
'cause I don't
saying
care.
it?
Well, because that's the opinion that some people have. And you have to be aware that there are going to be people in your fan base, there are going to be people that have that opinion. That's all I'm saying.
And they suck. Freedom of speech is dead because of that shit, bro. We should be
Sure,
able to
that's
talk
fine, and
to
that's
these
and you have
people.
every right to say that. But like, just know that that's out there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
Sneeko. I think as a black man, it's a bit different. You know, like when Destiny goes out and fucks up, it's like Destiny fucked up on national level. When we fuck up, it's like niggas look bad.
Yeah, there is no C word for white people.
But you know what I'm talking about, right, Sneeko?
Yeah.
Like we don't have the luxury of just being individuals. Like irrespective of however you feel about it. Like if I look crazy on television, my mom getting upset because she's like, "Yo, why are you making us look
And
bad?"
that's
Why
wrong. And that's wrong. And you should move past that. You shouldn't let that change what you say. You should be able to navigate
because
around that.
no, because at the end of the day, I do care. I do care about issues within our communities. I do care. That to me it matters, right? So I don't when I'm out here. Yes, to some degree, I'm managing my own individuality, absolutely. But I recognize I just can't escape that. I can't escape the fact that to the larger group, it matters to them. So I do try to be mindful of that to some degree. I'm not going to be out here just rubbing hands with Trump and be like, man, this nigga kind of cool. Like, no, I'm not going to fuck with him like that. That's me personally, right? There's just some folks who I don't want to see.
You weren't shaking his hand. You were in a call and disagreeing with him.
Right. Which is why I don't feel bad about what it's not like I came on there and I was cooning up to him and I was just like, well, you know, white supremacists aren't so bad. Like I wasn't up here acting crazy or like kissing his ass, but I'm not gonna front with you. If you had edited it, for example, to make it look that way, I would have looked at you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't do that, bro.
I know you don't. I know you don't. But you understand, like, just the optics of it, I would never want that.
I'm guessing you got messages from people afterwards saying, like, "Oh, you should have done better. How you gonna let that white supremacist talk like that?" Right? Is that what happened?
No. Listen, let me tell you, I'm not ashamed of my presence on that podcast. I don't feel bad about it. I don't regret it.
Did people message you saying that?
That what?
That he's like, oh man, how you gonna let that white supremacist walk all over you like that? You were being quiet.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like there was one person who messaged me like that. It wasn't. I saw comments in the comment sections, but I didn't really care. Like it's not a thing to me because I'm not ashamed of how I went through that podcast and how I conducted myself. But I'm just trying to explain to you why I understand some people being upset by it. You get what I'm saying? I don't agree with them, and I don't care if they go next.
We get it. You guys are really empathetic. You have feelings, but you also disagree with it. All right, but we should go for the truth, like facts over feelings. If they feel that way, fine. But it's bullshit, and let's just have conversations.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you guys this because I was just thinking about this while I was watching Noah Samson. Is it just me, or like, do all these libs have zero charisma? All
Very
liberal,
slow.
like the lib creators, like the left-leaning creators, like vast majority of them have zero charisma. They're nothing about like the way that they look, the way that they seem to live their life is like very endearing or like inspires people in terms of like drawing them in. They're not funny generally most of the time, and they just their personality is kind of like oatmeal. You know what I mean? Like Noah Samson, a lot of these other dudes, like it's oatmeal. Am I crazy for saying that?
You're right, but you're also saying that in a call with Destiny, who's omni-liberal. But Destiny's one of the good guys, right?
Thanks, I try. I mean, originally that was one of my draws, was that I had a more bombastic personality than a lot of those other people. But I mean, look where that got me.
Even Abba went at you, but like I don't know, how is he going to respond to that? Is he just going to ignore it? He's probably going to ignore it. But you're right. It's very slow. It's very antidepressant. Very therapy sounding,
But
slow.
hold up, you know what makes Destiny base? And this is like probably the real thing. I don't think Destiny has that much charisma, to be honest with you.
Fuck
but,
you.
Damn.
Hey, listen, I'll say.
He's
but
wrong.
what
He's jealous.
is really appealing about him is that he'll say what he honestly thinks, irrespective of the consequences, whether it upsets left-leaning people or right-leaning. And when someone has that kind of authenticity, that can be very endearing. That's my perspective of Destiny. I don't think Destiny has like that Fuentes, tongue-of-cheek skill. You know what I mean? Where a gift of gab, for example, where Fuentes can draw you in because he's funny and charismatic in that sense, and he can make a lot of people seem like kind of like Trump in a way. But he has authenticity on his side, which I think is great. A lot of these lefty YouTubers, they don't have the authenticity, they don't have the charisma. They just lean on one side, and so I think it draws people in. But I'm wondering, why is there such a pattern like that? If you guys do agree that pattern exists.
I mean, I can tell you, as somebody that
Liberals
used to
is
be
wrong.
more charismatic than both you fucking losers combined, okay? The reason is because we can't joke about fucking anything anymore, all right?
Okay,
You can find some
okay.
wild shit about me on YouTube,
Whose
all
fault
right?
is it?
6 or
Can't
7
joke
years
about
ago,
anything.
there's some wild shit, all right? But the thing is, when you've made it illegal to joke about literally every fucking possible thing, yeah, shit gets fucking dry,
That's it.
okay?
Whose fault is it that you can't joke about anything?
The fault is
right or
people.
left?
I can't blame you because I don't know you, but the fault,
No, right or left people.
it's everybody's fault.
It's right. People on the right.
Yeah. You know why?
Hold up.
You know
I
why?
have to-
I can tell you
Go
why.
ahead.
I can tell you
Okay.
why. It's because you, not you, okay, but you motherfuckers on the right, not you, but motherfuckers on the right took shit too fucking seriously. Okay? Shit was funny back in the day when we were calling each other racial slurs because we were all fucking weird kids on the internet. But it's not funny when people are out fucking murdering people in restaurants in Buffalo because they're trying to do like the fucking black genocide. All right? It was funny when you make fun of people's religion on the internet, but it's not funny when people walk into a fucking mosque in New Zealand and shoot and kill fucking 30 people because they think they're being replaced by brown people. It was funny when it was jokes on the internet, but then it got invaded by people who weren't joking anymore. And now we have to be fucking careful about everything we say because we don't know when the next Elliot Rodgers is about to go out and fucking stab to death some girl because she didn't suck his dick. Okay, that's why it's not fun anymore. Every single thing that Jim Jeffries is a really good Australian comedian, is a good fucking skin on this. Everything that used to be fun ends up not being fun because some fucking loser shows up and he fucks it up for everybody, and that's just how it goes.
Yo, listen. I'm not even gonna lie. Sneaker, I was with you at the beginning, but Destiny won me over with that argument. I'm not gonna lie. He made sense.
Thanks. I try. See,
Okay,
that's
so-
that. I'm channeling that
You
Fuentes
guys good.
charisma.
It's information overload. It's social media. It's the fact that liberals can't handle information. They read so much shit online, and they feed it, and they play into your empathy, and that was the government's manipulation of empathy, and that's usually liberal people. Nothing changed. There's always been terrible events going on, but liberals just can't handle information, and it's came with the rise of the phone. You can't read stuff, so you get hurt, so we censor everything. The internet used to be wild, and then as it became more and more integrated with our lives, more information started hitting people's brains, and you can't handle it.
Yeah, but hold on, wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just gonna do one thing.
There's always been shootings. There's always been war.
We're
There's
chill.
always been
Yeah,
famine.
we're chill. Okay, I'll do one personal attack, and that's it for the night. Because I'm trying to be nice. Okay, but nobody can handle the information overload on the internet. Okay, like you, for instance, and I know this because my chat was linking a stream while you were watching something about the Federal Reserve. You have really strong opinions on the Federal Reserve and how it's fucking up the U.S. currency, but I don't think you could explain the basics of how like central banking works. But you have really strong opinions that inflation is bad and we printed 80% of our dollars since 2020 and all of that is horrible, but you don't even know the basics of how it works. Everybody's information overloaded. Everybody's being yanked around to believe some crazy shit by somebody else. That's not unique to liberals. It happens just as much to conservatives, to anybody that spends a lot of time on the internet, I think.
What does that have to do with being sensitive?
It doesn't have to be being sensitive. You just gave the explanation that we're being information overloaded and liberals can't handle it. And I'm telling you, nobody can handle it, right? It might be liberals freaking out because somebody called somebody the N-word, but it might be conservatives freaking out because they're like, there's biolabs in Ukraine. There's biolabs all over the world, motherfucker.
Understanding the central banking system have to do with information overload.
Because what I'm saying is people will take some piece of news and they'll believe it without knowing any of the underlying stuff. Conservatives and liberals both do that. Everybody does that. That's like the human condition. That's not unique to one side of the political aisle.
But people on the right are capable of debate and being wrong. Liberals can't even talk. They call you debate bros.
People on the right don't debate. That's not true. You might see some of them do it, but Steven Crowder's not. Hold on, Steven Crowder's not debating. Ben Shapiro's.
Crowder debates.
No, they don't. Who does he debate?
He debates college students.
He debates the. He debates the. What?
Hold up.
Yeah, go.
Slide on this. You don't feel as though right wingers are far more open to having discourse publicly than left leaning people?
On when you hit, there's a certain threshold on YouTube channel where everybody stops debating, and that includes right wingers, right? Like,
hold up, I'm gonna push back there because
Go.
I would even see Shapiro open dialogue with people that come to students to like open forums. I think most of the right-wing conservative people I've seen who have large followings will open it up so that they can take questions. I would argue that. Okay.
Show me Shapiro debating I could steamroll 400 college students on any fucking topic. That's easy street. That would be like me being a professional FPS player and jumping into a COD match, or being a pro RTS player and jumping into like a Bronze League StarCraft game. That's not real debate. Where I want these people to respond to debates like from people. So Sam Cedar is a very out there, very left-leaning guy. He'll debate anybody. He had to ambush Crowder on a show to get a debate with him, right? Crowder's not debating anybody that's worth debating. He's going to colleges and he's debating those people. Same thing with Jordan Peterson. Same thing with Ben Shapiro. Same thing with Mark Dice and Tommy Lauren and all these other conservative people. They're not taking debate requests. They might do like one professional one that's like where everybody agrees to be nice and they'll go on stage and like jerk each other off for a while. Like I think Anna Kasparian had a debate with like Ben Shapiro, but like they're not like taking serious challenges from people that could actually challenge them.
Oh, okay, so even if I concede that point,
Nick can't join because it's his birthday. He's out. My fault. Go ahead, Alba.
I was gonna say you wouldn't concede the point that when lefties are constantly having this rhetoric where they're like, don't platform these people, don't platform these people. Right-leaning people are not talking like that. Even if they're not willing to have the debates, and I grant you that, they are willing to have discussions with people far more often than what I see left.
People on the right never say
the only people who I ever hear say don't platform these people, don't give them any voice or oxygen, are left-leaning people. That's been my experience.
Yeah, right now culturally, that's probably true. Or that's almost certainly true. Now, I don't know if that's unique to left-leaning people or if that's just the status of every single like culturally predominant person, right? Because like when conservatives were in charge of the culture, it seems like they were really keen on trying to cancel or prevent everything too, right? They constantly attack music. You know, Elvis is dancing disgusting, rap is horrible, it's turning people into murderers. Like all these forms of music are degenerate. Like it seems like whoever is in charge of the culture always wants to kind of like kick out or shun out the other person. And right now the progressives just happen to be like ruling the culture, so they're trying to do it. I agree with you there, but I'm just saying that like it's not like when I go over to YouTube and I look at conservatives, that these guys are like debating and steamrolling like well-equipped opponents. It's them being in their own echo chambers. Like they do it just as much.
Hold up. So I just saw there's a video of Ben Shapiro debating Anna Kasparian.
Yeah, I brought that one up. Yeah.
Okay, well, like, there's even videos of like Jordan Peterson having debates with what's his name?
Jordan Peterson had a debate with Zizek, and he got it was one of the most embarrassing.
I don't care whether they won or lost. My point is that they're actually willing to do it. I saw him debate what's his name? Sam
Harris.
Yeah, he did a few of those.
Peterson might have. Wasn't the Zizek Peterson thing like 3 years ago?
Listen, he might have had his mental breakdown, not done it since.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. And then, like, I'm pretty sure Shapiro and Kasparian, I think that was over a year ago. Like, so they, like I said, they will.
Ago.
What? Okay, 10 months ago. Okay, so maybe they do one debate per year. But like these guys are 99, and it's Anna Kasparian. No offense, but she's not like gonna rail these guys on stage. Like it's gonna be pretty nice. Like these guys aren't seriously out there challenging themselves anywhere near as much as they could be if they wanted to have open and honest dialogue. But 99% of their time is like having a circle jerk on their TV shows.
The question isn't whether or not they do it often. Is that are they open to doing it? Now you may not like the quality of the debates. You may not say the debates are great, but I would argue that the right-leaning people, from my perspective as an outsider, I don't care who is. They appear far more open-minded to having these discussions with people who strongly disagree with them.
True, Destiny. That's just true.
Is it just true?
You can't point me to any lefties who are like prominent.
That soy boy, why is he not in this call right now? Even though he's watching.
I can point you.
Alba insults him, bro.
Sam Cedar is not a great example. This man's like.
No, I'm saying Noah Sampson.
Wait, hold on. Wait, why is Sam Cedar not a great example?
Because you're asking somebody to debate somebody who one has zero to offer in terms of like. So if I'm thinking about doing debates, right, I want somebody who has some measure of repute. If I'm Jordan Peterson, I'm not going to debate Sam Cedar, who one doesn't have much of a following, or two doesn't have any academic background that is really relevant, or any kind of like journalistic thing.
Wait, hold on, chill.
Go ahead.
Wait. Do you know who Sam Cedar is?
Last I checked, he's a YouTube political commentator.
Yeah, okay.
So I might be unaware. I might be unaware. So
yeah, that's okay. So the majority report is okay. They get like 5 to 10 million views a month on YouTube, and Sam Cedar's got a pretty long history in media. He's a pretty smart dude. Sam Cedar's not like a nobody. Like his whole career is in like media and shit. So
okay, outside of Sam Cedar, give me another example.
Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. He seems pretty hungry to debate pretty often. I think AOC, wasn't she trying to debate? Was it Katie Porter? Or was it Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think she was reaching out to have a debate. I don't think that ever happened.
But hold up. So Cenk Uygur has had plenty of debates with conservatives.
Smaller ones, like.
Okay, but that's not the point. Are there right wingers who are willing to have conversations? And there's plenty of them.
Well, sure, but I'm giving you left wingers that are willing to have conversations too.
Yeah, it's like two guys.
David Pakman will have debates with these people. He's gone on to a lot of these shows. Zizek is obviously clearly able to. He's willing to do it. I'm just saying, all I'm saying, I'm not trying to point to like left is better than right or right is better than left. I'm just saying that like once you hit a certain subscriber count, it's in your interest to just never debate anymore. Like maybe you'll have one per year with another famous person, but otherwise you're not like seriously challenging yourself. 99% of your time is going to be spent in an echo chamber. And that's true of left and right people when they hit a certain subscriber count. That's why if I ask you like who is like Ben Shapiro debated that's challenging him, you can give me one example in the past like 5 years, right?
What was that?
You can, like if I ask for like Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, like these people have all had like one serious debate in the past like 1 to 5 years, right?
Well, I mean that's not true. They've had multiple in the last 5 years, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. But from my perspective, just on the outside looking,
do you know how to? I could add somebody on like this. I
Oh,
can't
sorry,
do it
hold
with
on.
no
He wants to
button like
just
this.
talk over you while you're.
who are you trying to add?
Hold on, I could add you.
Oh
Who you
no!
trying to add?
Oh no!
No. Who you trying to add?
Oh no!
Seriously.
It's
I'm not even
Grayson, I
playing.
think. Is it Grayson?
He who must not be named.
Wait, which one?
Nick Fuentes?
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Right after fucking Abba is getting emails about it, you're gonna.
Yeah. See, what are we doing right now? Nah, bro, we did that yesterday. I'm not doing this shit again.
I'm gonna get a drink while you guys fight this one out. Hold on.
I'm like, bro, like yesterday was fine. I'm not gonna try to overdo it. Now it's just oversaturation of the same shit.
Okay, then, but I want to have him on. The chat's been spamming him. They love him.
All right. I'll let you guys have your thing, man. I'll let you guys.
All right, run away.
Have fun.
Bah.
Did Abba just leave?
I don't know what's happening. He's not joining.
Did Abba just leave?
Yeah, I'm a dip, man. Can't handle. There you go. Libs can't handle the truth.
Is he a lib now?
Yep. He ran away from the fucking Discord call. Come on, Nick.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Damn.
0.
He just picked up and said he's probably getting ready.
Okay.
What do you think about that? I believe in.
I mean, I feel him, dude.
Yeah.
How do you deal with people, or how do you consider somebody who has a different emotional feeling than you about a particular thing? Like, what's your general go-to? Do you think that's the best way to move through life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think conversation should always be objective, or should try to always be objective. You should try to remove emotion from conversation and entertainment as much as possible.
Do you think that's realistic for everybody?
It should be. It's not realistic. Most people can't handle it, but most people should try to handle the truth. That's why I go. So instead of like having, oh, I get why you're such a sad boy, we should just make fun of them until they realize their errors. Just that fucking Noah Samson guy. Like, instead of having empathy for the fact that he can't handle a conversation, I'm just going to make fun of him.
And you don't think it's fair that anybody has an emotional reaction to anything ever? Everybody just needs to be like a...
No, you can have an emotional reaction, but if you make a 50-minute reaction video about me.
No one's talking about a 50-minute reaction video. We're talking about a black dude that feels uncomfortable watching ABBA because he's chilling with a white nationalist. You think that dude is okay? Is it fair for him to have that response?
No, it's not, because ABBA didn't agree with him.
Yeah, but then the guy doesn't have to watch him. He's not forced to watch him, right?
No, that guy was supposed to get on ABBA's show, and he didn't want to because ABBA was in the same call as Nick.
Was it a guy going on ABBA's show, or was it just a fan that emailed him?
It was a guest saying, I'm not going to go on. Yeah, it was a guest saying, I'm not going to go on your show anymore. Yeah, ABBA texted me too, bring me in. ABBA wanted to come in. I have a panel, and you don't like somebody, you got to dip. How is ABBA going to go say that shit about... Oh, man.
Wait, ABBA wants to come into this?
No, he was in this. He texted me saying, bring me in, and then leaves when he doesn't like a guest. I don't know, man. It's just a panel. It's just streaming. Come on, where'd he go? Damn, man. My chat loves Nick, man.
It's pretty spooky. It might be a lot of his chatters, too, doing psyops.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true.
A lot of your fans might be my fans doing psyops. It's hard to say.
That's true. No, but I don't see any of my fans leak into your subreddit. I see a lot of your supporters going to mine.
Uh-oh.
God, Pepe. Damn, bro. What happened? Someone said Abba isn't scared. There's literally no benefit for him to talk to Nick. What's the point? He's literally losing guests for a podcast. Yeah. Unless you win the debate. If you can't win the debate, then... But if he makes him look stupid, then everything should be fine. It's a white supremacist. I gotta say, chat, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says. I respect the honesty. I respect how honest he is with his opinions. I'm tired of white people dancing around it and picking like low energy, slow. At least Nick is funny. Even if he thinks that I shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
even he thinks my existence is degenerate.
All right, that's fair.
Hey.
Oh my god, that outfit.
What? I was in bed, all right?
How was your birthday?
I was good. I was good. Thanks for asking.
You're dressed like a Trump supporter. You look like a white supremacist right now.
Well, hey, I was gonna put I had my Donda Dove hoodie on, but it looked kind of ridiculous on stream. So I was like, I gotta get this off. So I threw this little number on instead. Yeah, relax. All right, it's midnight.
Happy birthday again. What'd you do for your birthday?
I went out to dinner with my parents, and had cake and coffee.
Cute.
And that's it. Yeah.
Did you see Abba was in here and he ran?
Oh really? Because I'm coming on?
Yep. He texted me 20 minutes ago saying, bring me in, and that, well, he did say beforehand that he wouldn't be in a call with you again, but I understand, but.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared personally. I like having free speech.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think it's based. But,
hey, Destiny, a lot of the people said Nick won the debate between you two yesterday. Especially the comment section, the reflection says that Nick won. Even I did a poll during
think so?
it. 60, I mean, I did a poll. 60% of my audience said Nick, even though he's a racist white supremacist. 60% said he won. And the comments right now, they're like, yeah, a lot of them are big Nick supporters. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're out there.
I won because Destiny's bad faith tactics. He brought him back out again. Me and Destiny. You know, years ago we used to debate viciously, and he would use these kind of like shitty, bad faith tactics.
He just said that to me. He just brought up, we were talking about free speech, and he just brought in like, oh, but you don't know anything about the central banking system. Like, what does that have to do with free speech? That is what it is. It's a good, it works.
Hold on.
Like,
wait.
And so
to be clear, the reason why I brought that up is because you said that libs are information overloaded. And like they're just like taking things without like contextualizing. They don't understand what they're saying, right? And I was showing you. What were you talking about? Information overload.
I'm talking about libs see a bunch of information and they get, and then they're the ones perpetuating the mask, perpetuating the jab. They get manipulated with empathy because of information overload.
Yeah, I agree. And what I'm
the central banking system is not a fair comparison because it doesn't have to. Yes, I don't know everything about the Federal Reserve and the central banking system. I'm trying to learn more.
No,
I'm not too offended by information. Libs are. That's your people. That's not a fair comparison. That was a sneaky rat debate tactic, and I wanted to pull out the rat, but Nick wasn't here.
So
hey,
hold on. So you're not trying to learn anything about the central bank. You're being yanked around just like you say libs are.
No,
you
that's
say
why I'm watching these videos. I'm trying to learn more.
That's not teaching you anything about the central bank. It's teaching you conspiracy theories.
Didn't I text you earlier today? Like, I want to learn more. I want to be more high IQ. I want to
No,
be faster.
I understand that, but I'm trying to.
I want to educate myself more.
If I wanted to learn about a topic like the moon landing, would I go on YouTube and look up moon landing conspiracy to learn about the moon landing?
No, I would look at many different sources, and I've already heard what the government says about the moon landing. So now I'm hearing an alternate source.
But you're watching pretty abstract videos about conspiracies related to the Federal Reserve, but you don't even have a basic understanding of what the Federal Reserve is. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying you're being yanked. What?
It's a private institution that prints money.
How? Why? For what?
For currency.
It just prints money and puts it into the U.S. economy, or what? Like, what's the relationship?
To what?
To the U.S. economy. How does the Federal Reserve relate to the? How does the Federal Reserve relate to the U.S. Treasury? How did they decide to print money? Why did they print money? Right?
Tell me.
No, I'm not here to educate you.
That's how much money they want to print. I know that the Supreme Court has a limitation on how much money they can print.
No, hold on. No. It's not. No. So the Supreme Court doesn't. There's a congressional limit in terms of that gets raised when we talk about the debt ceiling, but that's not a limit on money printed. That's a limit on how much the federal government can borrow from the Treasury. I'm just saying that if you're trying to get educated on something, then you can go and like literally just read the Wikipedia. But you're not. You're looking for conspiracy videos. And I was just hold on. Wait. I'm just hold on. Let me just finish. I'm just pointing. Let me just finish my thing. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy between you saying liberals are being yanked around and are being confused and frightened by videos when you're literally looking at Federal Reserve videos going, oh my God, 80% of dollars printed in the past 3 years. Like, and you don't even know what like QE is. You don't even know what fucking inflation means. Like, you're like, but I'm saying you're being yanked around the same way you're accusing others of being.
It's the change of the value of the dollar.
Change of value how? How do you measure the change? What's the difference between the CPI or the PPP, right? Like, these are all like terms where it's like.
It's in circulation, then inflation goes up.
I'm just saying, I'm saying that you're being.
You're trying to liberal me now because you know more about this stuff.
No.
What does that to do with liberals getting offended by information?
Hold on. I'm not trying to.
I'm offended, and I'm able to have open conversations.
I understand.
Just because I'm trying to learn. It has nothing to do with free speech.
Okay.
This is more rat tactics, man.
I'm not trying to lil bro you. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just saying that if you wanted to learn about the Federal Reserve, you would like just read the Wikipedia on it. That's it.
No, the Wikipedia is owned by the government now. I will look at multiple sources and then make my own observations.
How do you think Wikipedia is owned by the government?
Yeah, they just bought it. You know that? But you didn't. Oh, did you know that?
Show me where Wikipedia was just bought by the government.
It's insider trading stuff. Maybe I should have said that.
Insider trading? What do you? It's not a Wikipedia's not a publicly traded company.
I heard about that from millionaires who know stuff behind the scenes, but yeah, they just.
Okay, well, I can't win on that ground then. I just want to know. I'm telling you. Okay, I'm friends with a guy named Peter Thiel, and he told me that it's actually not owned by secret people. Like, I can't.
Secret people, so the government just bought it out, and also you know that Wikipedia can be edited by anybody, and it does on a regular basis. A lot of the information on Wikipedia is manipulated. You know that.
The whole
Why
point of
just look at Wikipedia. And
the whole point of Wikipedia is that it can be edited by everybody. That's the whole point of any wiki, of course. That's how it's built. Yeah, but the edits are monitored by other people as well.
Over a conspiracy video, why is that more like? Why is a conspiracy video bad, but Wikipedia?
Because a conspiracy video is made by one. Because a conspiracy video is made by one person trying to sell you an idea.
One person could edit the Wikipedia.
They could, but millions of people look at Wikipedia. That's the difference.
Okay, but.
When I read a Wikipedia article, that's an article that's been edited by an unknown number of people and reviewed by an unknown number of people, right? It could be hundreds, it could be thousands, it could be just one.
And the last person who edited it could have manipulated the information.
No, that's not how edits work on Wikipedia. On major articles, you can't just make an account and edit and everybody sees it.
There's a lot of edited information every single day. There's lots of misinformation that's been proven to be on Wikipedia.
Okay, so here's what I would suggest to you. Go and learn how Wikipedia works. So you don't even know how Wikipedia works, and you're telling me conspiracy about Wikipedia.
People edit Wikipedia. What do I not understand about Wikipedia?
If I were to go to an article right now, you can't just change whatever random information on like major articles and then have it stick and like everybody goes and views it, right? Like they're for major articles, these things go get locked, they're protected. You have to have like people that own the articles, people that like look over the edits. It's not just like everybody can change everything at any point in time and then that's it. Like there's a lot of people. Also, if anything, Wikipedia should be the thing you're championing the most. It's literally a decentralized database of information where everybody can contribute. What do you mean not anymore? Yes, it is. It still is. That's why if you go to the page, it's begging for fucking donations. That's why they don't run ads on the pages. That's why they don't have an owner for the company.
The government has a monopoly on the public information online.
No, it doesn't. The government wishes it. Even China can't. And they have literally the massive fucking firewall. What do you mean? You could argue that some private companies might have a...
podcast with Trump get taken down.
Wait, what?
Why did Nelk's podcast with Trump get deleted if the government doesn't have a monopoly on information online?
Whose podcast?
Nelk and Trump.
I don't know. Why did they say the podcast got taken down?
Because Trump said that in Minecraft, maybe the election was rigged.
And where did it get taken down from?
YouTube.
Okay, and YouTube has what restriction on
misinformation and
conspiracy theories related to election fraud?
I gotta jump in here.
Go for it.
I think here's the issue. Is you know, we're talking about the Federal Reserve, which is one of the most powerful institutions in the world. I think we can all agree on that. That the chairman of the Federal Reserve and their discretionary jurisdiction over the money supply is an extremely powerful institution. You could also say that big tech, also extremely powerful institutions, Google and the algorithms that control what search results will come up when you enter in a search query on Google. YouTube, extremely powerful, you know, 2.5 billion, 3 billion users, 30 billion monthly visits. And here's the issue. It's not to say that we don't know the nominal reasons behind why they behave the way that they behave. You know, Wikipedia says something about the Federal Reserve. YouTube says they have a reason why they banned Trump. The Federal Reserve says that this is how they operate and this is what it's supposed to be. I don't think anybody is saying that we shouldn't look at what Wikipedia says about the Federal Reserve or whatever. I think the point is that maybe if you want to understand the counter argument, or maybe if there's a conspiracy, if there is a deeper truth, you're not going to find it on Wikipedia. That's the point. You know, if we're saying that YouTube may have banned Donald Trump for a different reason other than what they said was the reason, you wouldn't go to YouTube for that reason. You know, YouTube is not going to say, well, we really banned him for... If you doubt the authority of Wikipedia, if you doubt the authority of YouTube, if you doubt the authority of the Federal Reserve, then it's obviously self-referential to say, well, we're going to find arguments against their credibility and their authority on their own platform. It just doesn't make sense. So
how is that any less? How is it any less self-referential than your side?
So it turns out, but here's why. Because when you go there and say, well, you watched a YouTube video about it, it's like, okay, well, if the Federal Reserve were engaged in corruption, do you think that it would show up on Wikipedia, or do you think it would be a researcher independent who would post it on YouTube? Exactly. Where else would they distribute the content? And I think the big difference is that...
Can I answer that question, or are you just going to ramble past like every question? Yeah. So if the Federal Reserve or some of these federal institutions were engaged in corruption, we've got multiple committees across both the House and the Senate that are in charge of like monitoring this stuff. So here's like the funny thing.
I'm belittling and laughing at you when you say something that's obviously ridiculous by common sense.
So here's the funny thing, is that I can give you an institution that has hundreds or thousands of individual humans, staffers, congressmen, they're all working together, that have contrary interests, that have every motivation. If a Republican or a Democrat thought that the other side was fucking around or doing other things, all these people have every motivation to expose the other side, but those people are wrong. But you, the guy who's making tens of thousands of dollars selling me a message that the government is corrupt, I'm gonna listen to you for government corruption? You who has no oversight, you who has no accountability, you who's not an elected official, you who can print whatever message or lie you want, which they have. All of these alternative media pundits have done it over and over again. I'm going to listen to you and take your word for everything. You who thinks the Jews run the government, who can't give me a single shred of evidence for any claim you make, right?
The government never lies. No, nobody ever.
I never said. Did I say the government never lies? Did I say the government never lies?
You're implying that the government is either unwilling or unable to lie. They're either unwilling.
I never said that.
Create mass conspiracies because they're working against each other because of checks and balances, and it's such a large-scale organization that deception and subterfuge would be unlikely or impossible. Of course that's not true. Of course the government has been able to betray and lie to the public. They kept the Manhattan Project secret. There was a city of 200,000 people building an atomic bomb, and they kept that a secret for years. Against spies, against the general public, they kept a conspiracy that Franklin Roosevelt was in a fucking wheelchair. And you could say, oh, it was the 40s, and it was a different media environment. But the point is, the government is able to concoct conspiracies. They come up with, they're engaged in information warfare all the time, and they say that. If you read the papers from the Atlantic Council, policy papers from the Atlantic Council or from NATO, or if you read the policy papers that come from the State Department, they talk about narrative warfare. They talk about engaging in information warfare, and they don't describe it in exactly those terms, but they talk about controlling the dominant political consensus, political narrative in the country for purposes of national security and for purposes of diplomacy abroad. So it's just like, will you acknowledge that the government is able to keep secrets and lie? Or do you think that no, they're not able to do that? Really?
Absolutely not. So an individual,
how are you saying that, Destiny? What about the
let me know when I can talk, and I'll tell you. Okay.
Go ahead.
So When you want to talk about the Manhattan Project, if you want to compare stuff that we worked on in the 30s and 40s to today, where every single motherfucker has a cell phone in every single room in the United States, those are two entirely different things. At one point in time, was it possible to coordinate a lot of people and keep a secret? Yeah, of course. But today, you've got Iranian nuclear reactors blowing up because viruses are spreading into rooms that aren't even supposed to be connected to the fucking internet, right? That's what Stuxnet was. The idea that today we don't have an unprecedented insight into every single part of the government, into every single fucking person's life is insane. You want to compare it to the 1940s? I've got fucking text messages from Peter Strzok, somebody working on a small council of people working with Mueller to do an investigation. I'm seeing his text messages in front of Congress, and people are mad because they're accusing him of impropriety, right? That's the level of insight that we have today into these organizations. If you want to pretend like we have the same insight now that we did 80 years ago, you're fucking delusional. If you want to ask me 80 years ago, do you think we could have hid large projects from the American public? Yeah, sure, but everybody didn't have a 1984 Big Brother cell phone in their pocket to record every single thing. You know this because there's audio leaked of you saying dumb shit that never would have happened in the 30s or 40s, right? Nobody would have known dumb jokes that you made, dear friends, in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Nowadays, everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket that's more powerful than the rocket that we sent on the moon, and you're trying to pretend that the information that we have available to us didn't change? That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, okay, well, you could talk really fast, but you've just said that you think the government is unable to lie. And I think that is really the crux
I
of
didn't
the
say
debate.
the government is unable to lie.
That's literally what you just said. You said that because of modern technology, because of unprecedented insight that didn't exist 80 years ago, now the government is unable to create these large-scale deceptions.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Large-scale deceptions, true.
And once again, you can talk really fast, but that's the crux of the debate. I think the government can lie. You don't think they can. The government has lied. It's been proven. They lied under oath but Congress has oversight. James Clapper is under oath said in a hearing in Congress that the NSA is not engaged in large-scale data collection, and then they were, because Edward Snowden leaked it. Now, you could say, oh, well, the capability of Edward Snowden to leak something proves that government can't keep secrets. What about all the secrets where there isn't an Edward Snowden? They chase Edward Snowden to the ends of the earth. He escaped to Russia, the only country that could give him asylum, effective asylum, where the CIA can't kill him because Russia's protecting him with the Russian national security apparatus. But and they extradited Julian Assange for publishing those secrets, and they're fucking torturing him on an airplane probably somewhere. So don't tell me, oh, the government can't keep secrets. TWA 800 in 1996 was shot down by a fucking missile. 250 eyewitnesses saw it. They found residue from a missile on wreckage of the plane. And when CBS got a hold of it, the feds came in and said, that's evidence, we're confiscating it, and by the way, you're going to jail for taking a piece of evidence away from a crime scene. And then all the news media aired an animation which was created by the government that said, oh, all those 250 people that said it was a missile, what they really saw was the plane exploding and falling down. It was an optical illusion. And then it just went away. But it's well documented that, and there's a million things like that. The OK City bombing, the JFK assassination, 9/11, all day long.
Well, all of those things were conspiracies. All of those things were fake. The 9/11, the JFK. I'm curious. Do you think we landed on the moon? I'm trying to get a gauge of where we're at here. Do you think that was the thing that happened?
I don't know. I haven't researched.
I don't think we did.
You don't. Okay, so neither of you have strong opinions. I already know Nick doesn't think dinosaurs are real, right?
Well, I don't know. I'm not an archaeologist. But I don't know. I don't know if I believe that 100%. I've said I've joked.
We are getting an
Hold on, Destiny. It's pretty stupid to just debunk all of this by saying it's crazy conspiracy theorists. When we really look into all this stuff, it's pretty obvious that the government has been mass deceiving people for decades.
You might get a department in the government that tries to be deceitful. You might get people.
The government is the government.
You just don't know what you're talking about when you say that. The government is comprised of 3 different branches, and under each of these, well, except for the Supreme Court, there are tons of different agencies that operate with a ton of different ways, right? So you have to understand, there's a difference between saying the FBI or the NSA is keeping a secret versus the entire government is keeping a secret. These two things.
All the same. They're part of the same system.
Hold on. I gotta think for a second on how, because if you just don't know, I don't even know how to bridge that to you.
The NSA is not part of the government?
Do you think that the entire government keeping a secret is the same thing as the NSA keeping a secret?
The NSA is part of the government.
Can you answer that question? Do you think the entire government keeping a secret is the same thing as the NSA keeping a secret?
Obviously not, but that's not what we're claiming.
Okay, that is what we're talking about then. Every different part of the government knowing something and all of them coordinating to keep a secret is different than one department keeping a secret, or people in a department keeping a secret. That's the whole reason why most of these conspiracy theories, that's why these conspiracy theories generally fall apart, is because usually they require the coordination of hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people across different agencies, sometimes across different countries. That's a lot different than a few people in the NSA keeping a secret. Fundamentally, if you want to come here and tell me, if you want to come here and you want to tell me, hey, I think that the NSA or the CIA or the FBI, I think that they have a secret or they're keeping a secret from the American people or whatever, that's possible. The CIA, the CIA for sure, the NSA for sure, the FBI for sure. But if you want to come and you want to say something like all of the intelligence agencies together and Congress have come together and they're keeping secrets, that just shows that you have a fundamental misunderstanding of how any of the government operates. And I would encourage you to talk to anybody that's actually held a job or at least a fucking security clearance for any of these places, because they don't cooperate.
I got people jobs in
that
the
people don't.
This guy in the State Department recommended this.
That's great,
me.
nice. These agencies do not have that level of cooperation or penetration into the other agencies. It's fundamentally just not how they operate.
Well, first of all, you need to take the red pill. Second of all, here's the thing. Okay, first of all, you start by saying, the government, and you said this. The government is not capable in the modern technological era of large-scale deception. Now you're saying, well, saying the whole government, that's different than saying a part of the government, like the intelligence part of the government, which would be tasked with doing that. It's just ridiculous. I mean, what are you even arguing? What's even the point of all this? Are you arguing for the sake of arguing or what?
I'll repeat it for you since you didn't understand. I'll speak slowly this time, okay? Saying that the government is capable of selling a conspiracy theory implies a level of coordination that doesn't exist. And if you talk to anybody that's ever held a government job, they'll tell you that. Yeah, we don't have that level of coordination. If you want to tell me an individual agency might be keeping secrets or acting improperly, yeah, that's more believable. That's just common sense. Much the same that if you tell me an entire school is trying to keep a secret, that's going to be a lot different than two teachers having an affair and keeping it a secret. Do you understand that analogy?
Oh, yeah. That's a really salient, that's a really nuanced position. Because when we were saying the government conspires, you said, that's bullshit. Oh, you meant the NSA can keep secrets? Oh, well, yeah, that's totally legit. So, whatever. You think that the NSA can keep secrets then, right? And the FBI and the CIA?
Well, they're intelligence agencies, so necessarily they keep secrets. It's vital to the function of the departments, of course.
Okay.
So the NSA
hang on. So,
people?
What would you have to say then about something like, what would you have to say about Operation Northwoods as an example?
For any individual thing that you want to bring up, I would have to dig into it because I wouldn't trust your take on it because you're going to probably give me the one-sided take.
That is? Wait,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay, so you don't even know. You haven't even looked into it, right?
No. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it right now? We can if you want.
Wait, the reason why I'm asking is because you're going to sit here and say
1962, dog.
Yeah.
Can you give me something in the past 2 decades? Since cell phones have been invented?
Hang on. Here's why I asked before you do your usual tactic of
if
I just interrupt and interject. Let me explain my point because it's important. Oh yeah,
are you gonna tell me like some shit that Paul Revere was cooking up next to like fucking
that's funny because historical. No, you're gonna keep interjecting because you're the guy that doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're gonna sit there and say,
you're right. I don't know every single proposed false flag in 1962. I don't. Tell me about your esoteric conspiracy theories. Go for it.
Because you're not even curious. Because you will read Wikipedia and say, I trust everything the government says. The government never lies.
Wikipedia is not the government. Wikipedia is not the government, Nick. Do you know the difference between the Wikipedia and the government?
Destiny. There's a meaningful distinction between Silicon Valley and the government.
Silicon Valley doesn't edit Wikipedia. That's not.
Oh yeah, and Silicon Valley doesn't work with the intelligence agencies.
I never said Silicon
doesn't get their biggest contracts.
Oh yeah. Do you remember when the FBI was groveling to Apple for backdoors in their devices? Man, what a close relationship those two entities have. Oh my God, dude, these guys get along like peas in a pod. Absolutely, dude.
Yeah. There's definitely not an iron triangle between the Ivy League universities, Silicon Valley, and the intelligence agencies to create
Wikipedia. They all work together on Wikipedia. Mark Zuckerberg actually edited this article on Operation Northwoods. I'm looking right now. These edits are by Zuckerberg. Oh, and Bezos did the paragraph right down here too.
There's no collusion between the private and public sector because I could say that you think Mark Zuckerberg edited Wikipedia? No, I think that there's conspicuous collusion between Silicon Valley and the intelligence agencies.
Talk to me about you brought up Operation Northwoods. Talk to me about Operation Northwoods.
I will.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Perfect example. That's a perfect example declassified CIA plan to conduct false flag attacks across the country, blame them on Cuba, to create a popular support for a U.S. war in Cuba. That is something that the U.S. Joint Chief of Staff supported and offered to the president, as well as many other military personnel, was shut down and declassified however many years later, 40, 50 years later. It's an example of the fact that if that kind of thing is being presented, Operation Northwoods, Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra, Project Paperclip, these are things which, if they're being cooked up by the government, by the highest level people in the government, conspiracies and particularly false flags, if they're being written and presented by the government and declassified, it demonstrates two things: willingness and ability. They're willing to do these kinds of things, and they have the capability to carry them out. And if that's the case, that destroys the benefit of the doubt, because you said, well, I haven't looked into the conspiracies, but I don't think that they can happen because it would not be logistically possible, because you never could get that level of scale of personnel to conspire in government, because thousands of people, smartphones, cameras, people can see everything.
Yeah,
But
do you
if
recognize
you've got both the willingness and the capability, then that destroys that benefit of the doubt. Then we
do
have
you
to
recognize
and evaluate that.
do you recognize that there's a difference between the willingness of a body to conduct foreign warfare in Cuba versus conducting it on people in the United States?
Yes.
So why is Operation Northwoods your go-to here?
Well, again, they're talking about false flags against Americans in America to blame on Cuba.
And then, was this ever carried out?
No. It was presented to the president by the Joint Chief of Staff, and JFK said, no, we call ourselves humans. That's the quote.
Okay, so my original thing that I said was that I think that the United States has too many different human people in it that wouldn't let things like this ideally happen. Or if it did, hopefully somebody would expose it. You're giving me an example of a plan that was cooked up by one of our intelligence agencies, brought to the president, and then the president shot it down because he's a human that didn't think he wanted to see that happen in the United States. Isn't this just a story that proves my point?
No, it does not, because it demonstrates that intelligence agencies are thinking like this. I'm
sure they're thinking of a lot of things, but the goal is, at the end of the day, hopefully, they're not doing atrocious things because they have some level of oversight from different branches of government. And you're telling me that telling me that the president shot this plan down, that these false flags didn't happen.
And then let me ask you a question. What happened to Jack Kennedy then in 1963?
And he was assassinated by the intelligence agencies. You have no proof or evidence for it, but it's the...
Oh, right.
Well, I'm sorry. Who was it? Who do you think 9/11 was? That Bush's or was it?
Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack Kennedy gets killed.
Yep.
His brother, who's the Attorney General, his brother says this. He never believed that JFK was killed.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been reported in all kinds of biographies of people that knew RFK. He never believed that Jack Kennedy was killed by a lone gunman. Because, that movie JFK by Oliver Stone, that is all based on a real story.
Mm-hmm.
The main character is played by Kevin Costner. That was a real guy in New Orleans. And the theory about the magic bullet, where you get a bullet that enters and exits 7 times. One bullet enters and exits a couple of people.
Do you want to do a formal? Do you want to do? Hold on. I'm not ready to dive into JFK conspiracy theory.
Well,
do you want to set up? Do you want to set up? No, because every time it is the point. If you want to do an organized conversation on the JFK assassination, we can do that. Would you like to set one of those up? We can schedule it right now if you want to.
Absolutely.
Okay, hold on. Wait, give me a time and a date.
Let's do September. I don't know. What do you want to do in September?
Whenever you want, a time and a date on it.
I'll be in Florida all week. Let's do.
Oh, in person?
No, it'll be an online debate. We can go over the. What?
Do it tomorrow.
Let's do. I can't. I'm flying to Florida tomorrow. Let's do September 1st.
Also, fitting that you're wearing a red shirt and Destiny's wearing a blue.
Nice.
Yes, red pill.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What was the time of the date?
Let's do Thursday evening. How about Thursday, 8 o'clock Central?
On when?
September 1st.
I'm going to be in LA.
Bruh. Okay, well, then you give me a date then. Mr. Bon Vivant.
We can do...
Hold on. Active Measures donate 5 so Destiny can't comprehend how they are contractually bound to not leak classified information or they can be ran out of the country like Snowden.
There are oversight agencies for every single intelligence agency that exists that do have access into these organizations to vet them. If you think every single person who... Hold on. Don't distract me with this. The 6th or the 7th at a certain time. What time?
of September?
Yeah.
6th to the 7th? Okay, let's do the 6th at 8 Central. I'm writing it down on my calendar.
6 o'clock, or I'm sorry, the 6th at 8 Central. Is that 9 o'clock my time?
Yes.
Okay, and your thesis for this, you think you can prove to me that JFK, the assassination, the official story is a lie. Not that you can raise some questions, but you think you've got... Okay, cool. I got it on my calendar.
That the Warren Commission is bullshit.
Okay.
And that Lee Harvey Oswald did not act alone. And I was getting to an interesting point. So the Attorney General, JFK's brother, never believed the official story. He goes and he was basically sidelined. Lyndon Johnson hated RFK. He becomes president. Hoover, who is the FBI director, he stayed in. He was supposed to go under Jack Kennedy, and they basically sidelined RFK. RFK then, after Lyndon Johnson is set to lose in 68, Lyndon Johnson steps aside. RFK announces he's running. RFK wins the California winner-take-all primary. He's set to become the nominee and then the president, and then RFK is assassinated by Sirhan Sirhan. Sirhan comes up with him, Palestinian, and shoots him with a gun with 6 bullets. 8 bullets are fired. 2 of them in the back of RFK's head. One problem, Sirhan Sirhan came at him with a 6-shot gun from the front. And it's like, and that's in the police report. These are things that are going on. And all I'm saying to you, Destiny, this is why I didn't want to get too much into the weeds, because you don't have to take my word for it and believe it. The point is, there is enough out there where we can't rely on the benefit of the doubt and say, oh, the government can't conspire, so let's essentially just assume that that's impossible and write that off. There are enough inconsistencies, and there's enough things like Mockingbird and Northwoods and so on that you have to evaluate and say, okay, is the government story true, or is the guy on YouTube, the autistic guy on YouTube who made a 10-hour documentary, is he right? And maybe you watch both of those and say, oh, the government was right. So I'm sure for some of those, that's valid. But we are of the opinion that, and we just disagree, that the government is able to carry out these kinds of deceptions, that they're willing, they're able to. There's evidence that that is the case. And so we need to evaluate. That's the problem, though, is people just call them conspiracy theories, and conspiracy theory is a synonym for crazy. Oh, that's a conspiracy theory. Dismissed.
Yeah, so the issue
theories are true
yeah, so the
sometimes.
issue is that if we approach anything, if we want to be Bayesians about it, right? And you're going to ask me without any evidence whatsoever, who's more capable of concocting a conspiracy and lying? Is it going to be 10,000 people of different backgrounds, political affiliations, interests in the government, interests in the private sector, and everything? Are those people all going to come together and conduct some kind of plan against the American people? Or is one dude who has every incentive to lie to you as much as possible, to make as much money as possible as YouTube, is that guy going to lie to you? Well, the probability exists that, of course, the guy on YouTube is lying to you. Now, is it impossible that there might be some nefarious things that are coordinated at high levels between lots of people? It's not impossible. It's just highly unlikely. And you need a very high standard of evidence to meet that. I can't talk to you about every fucking conspiracy theory in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I can talk to you about the coronavirus. I can talk to you about vaccines. I can talk to you about ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine. And I can tell you consistently on every single one of these topics, you guys are pure NPCs. Every talking point is an NPC talking point. Every single new drug that you want is a bot drug. Every single opinion you have related to a mask or a vaccine is straight manufactured from some dude selling you fucking vitamin supplements on the fucking Alex Jones show, all the way down to you thinking that like eating horse paste is going to be a better way to cure a disease than what fucking every academic institution and hospital around the world is telling you.
Did you take ivermectin?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either. Why are you assuming that? You're calling us NPCs about that?
Because every anti-establishment talking point, first it was ivermectin, then it was fucking first it was hydroxychloroquine, then it was ivermectin, it was remdesivir for a little bit, it was every single new different fucking drug. What?
I didn't say anything. You just called me an NPC about that.
That's great that you didn't, but these are the YouTube talking points. I don't know when you got into the YouTube anti-vaxxer shit, but these were all the mainstream YouTube talking points every single day.
Destiny, I'm just curious about this because, I think that I understand what you're saying. It's just about simplicity. What is more likely? There's a crazy guy that went off, or 10,000 people got together. You would say it's probably more likely that the individual did. And I get that, like, in theory. I get that, like, as an abstract rule. But when you're talking about the president's shot, which has major ramifications, or like 9/11. 9/11, you could say, changed the course of world history. Because what were the results of 9/11? Patriot Act, war in Afghanistan, war in Iraq, surveillance state, etc. And it's like, maybe it was a bunch of, it was 19 Muslims who were deranged and they got on planes. Okay.
It wasn't
But
just 19 Sunni Muslims deranged and just randomly got a planes. But okay, go
let's
ahead.
just miss the point entirely.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, when you present the story, it's like, wow, what a coincidence. They all did it on the same day.
The point entirely.
But go ahead.
Let me just precisely.
Yeah. Let's get precise. What did Bush do? Tell me.
We can trust. The point is, when it's something that has grave consequences like that, and it's something that's obviously such a pivotal point in world history, and there's questions raised about it. See, the thing is, you're not even interested. You don't even know the lore about the conspiracies because you never looked into them. And it's like, you could say, well, I assume it's more likely. Bayesian analysis tells us, okay, well, that doesn't really work when you're talking about 3,000 dead people and 2 major wars, really like 10 wars, realistically, 2 ground wars, but really like 10 wars, plus all these other things. Like that kind of, those assumptions which you're making based on probability just aren't good enough. You have to look into it. And when that kind of money is at stake, that's what you would call motive. When there's trillions of dollars at stake, trillions of dollars in contracts, and you're talking about the power to surveil the public, and you're talking about military occupation in the Middle East, which is at the intersection of 3 continents, not to mention the strategic assets and the strategic considerations, China on the east, Russia in the north, Israel in the west. It's like, it's not good enough to just say, well, I assume the government couldn't do that. No, you got to look into it. And you may look into it and come away and say, oh, it's totally unconvincing. But to dismiss it and hand wave it away and say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory, that's my argument. What I'm saying is, I'm not coming to you and saying 9/11 was a hoax. I'm saying 9/11 could be a hoax. And if 9/11 could be a hoax, everybody needs to look into it and know damn well that it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. I wish it wasn't.
Sure,
that
and I
I
agree with you. It's good to ask questions, but you guys don't just ask questions. You guys believe in literally every single fucking conspiracy in the world. Do you think the government puts fluoride in the water for nefarious purposes?
Just how you believe in conspiracy theories in the first
Hold on,
place.
hold on. I'm curious. Do you think the government? Do you think the government puts fluoride in the water for conspiracies, Nick?
For conspiracies? I don't think they do it for conspiracies.
They do it.
Why do they do it? Why do they do it?
Well, they say it's for the teeth. I happen to think there's adverse health.
Yeah. Okay. So for nefarious, do you think the shooter in Vegas?
I don't think they do it.
Hold on. I'm just running down. I'm
The shooter
curious.
in Vegas, that was obviously fake.
Yeah, that was obviously fake. Okay. 9/11.
The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was there at Mandalay Bay when it happened.
Yep. 9/11 wasn't real. Okay. 9/11 was set up by Bush or whatever.
And you
don't know if
you
don't know that the moon landing is real. Let's see. Fuck. What other?
Hang on.
Yeah.
You've never looked into any of them.
What do you think?
So
I don't have.
Assume the government is telling the truth on all of them.
I don't have time to look into every.
You don't have time. You're a professional streamer.
Go ahead and don't let me. Yeah. Don't let me. Yeah. Go ahead. Keep screaming.
You have time to debate this stuff, but you can't look into it.
Keep throwing the fuck out. I'll debate what's topical, and I'll read. That's why if you want to talk about mRNA vaccines, or you want to talk about any of the recent stuff related to the pandemic, I could talk all day about that because that's what I've researched. What?
Have you seen the new Pearl Harbor, the 9/11 documentary?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch that.
But you have to watch that.
Yeah, you
gotta
watch
are.
that,
Oh, it's still more 9/11 truth or shit.
Why don't we put it on stream right now? It's on YouTube.
No, because
why won't you watch it?
Because
Destiny?
You have some time right now.
Watch it.
It's 1:30 a.m. I gotta sleep soon. Okay.
Watch it tomorrow. Watch
Number
it tomorrow.
one. Number two.
Let's watch it together.
I don't have.
Let's watch it right now.
No, I don't have time to. I don't have time to research every.
You're a fed, bro. You're literally a fed.
I don't have time to research every single fucking conspiracy theory. I don't have time. You got Nick lives and breathes every single fucking conspiracy theory on the internet. This guy knows why the frogs are turning gay. This guy knows what happened to JFK. This guy knows that we never went to the moon. This guy knows I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
You were playing Dungeons of Dragons when I pulled up to your stream. You have plenty of goddamn time.
Sure.
Potions with 4 white dudes go, oh, let's go, where's your potion? Watch a documentary.
If you
your fans don't even like that content. They tell me in the group chat they think it's boring when you play D&D.
If you want to give me a conspiracy theory like we've done with the JFK shit and give me time to research it, I'll do it and it'll come on. But I'm not going to step into this arena where you don't have any engagement with reality. You don't know anything about the real world. It's all conspiracy theories. That would be like us having a debate on fucking D&D. Do you want? It absolutely makes sense. Do you want to debate D&D with me right now? No, because you don't know fuck all about it. Because it's probably a waste of your time. Just like it's usually a waste of my time to dig into the 50 million fucking conspiracy theories that these guys believe in. Digging into whether or not it was set up by fucking Bush, yeah, that's a waste of my fucking time. I would rather spend more time in reality with my feet on the ground figuring out what's going on than having some dude preaching to me about how every part of the government is conspiring against you, dude.
In the Shire, your feet on the ground in Dungeons and Dragons world.
Harper is actually taking government interviews and reading the 9/11 Commission book. It's not one guy preaching; it's showing evidence. It's really convincing.
You're
Watch it. If you watch it.
you're drawing constellations. You're taking one or two people that you want to trust. You're reading their books, and then you're watching the right YouTube videos to connect it.
That is hilarious.
The new Pearl Harbor is every single person involved, and when you watch it, it's overwhelming evidence. This shit is bullshit. From top to bottom.
Okay, Sneeko. No, Sneeko, I'll do this. Sneeko, do you want it? You want to set up a date for that? We can do that too. I'll fucking add that.
Do it. Do it.
I know.
No, I'm not prepared to watch it right now. I'm not gonna sit here.
You gonna take notes to watch a movie?
Yes, that's how conspiracy theories work. Because there's gonna be 7,000 things brought up that I've never fucking heard in my entire life. That's how these things always work.
It's a movie. Let's just watch it.
Take this. Wait, Destiny. I just can't believe that this dude really said, well, you want to debate me on D&D?
Sneeko, give me a time and a date.
You probably think that's a waste of time.
Give me a time and a
That's why
date.
I won't debate you on 9/11 because 9/11. It's like the things.
Give me a time and a date. Give me a time and a date.
Watch a documentary.
Give me a time and a date.
I want to see this.
Oh, here's something that I have researched. Do you watch 2,000 Mules?
No.
Oh, okay, of course not. Yeah,
This
fuck.
is a blue
That's
pill.
election.
This is a red pill.
Yep.
No, Dinesh D'Souza's cringe. He ruined Sam Francis's career.
Oh shit!
Which
Oh yeah, I
one,
forget you guys
Destiny?
hate every other conservative. Give me a time and a day for the 9/11 shit if you want. We can do that. I just need time to prepare. Give me time to prepare and I'll do it.
Why do you need to prepare to watch a movie?
I need to prepare because there's going to be a whole bunch of random dumb shit brought up that I've never heard of before. And obviously he's put together a documentary, so by the end of it all, it's going to be really convincing. But that's just because I don't know the arguments for any point. I can't know every single thing in the world. My brain isn't that big.
Fed. You're such a fed.
Give me a
bro.
time and a
Who are you-
date.
Who's
Give me-
paying you? Are you being paid by the government?
Give me a time and a date. Bro, you're getting paid to tell people exactly what they want to hear. That's the difference between you and me. You're getting paid to tell your audience exactly what they want to hear.
America. I'm not getting paid. I'm banned from all the banks.
You are you making money doing what you're doing?
Hardly. We have some Turkish payment process.
You're about to fly to fucking Florida to have a little vacation. What happened to that 400,000 in crypto? Listen, obviously you're getting paid. You're getting money. You're not broke.
I invested my money wisely. Okay,
You can't
white
invest.
People get money, don't spend it.
There's
Get
the
money, buy a
obfuscation.
business.
There's the pivoting. There's a.
That's
You
what's
have an
called, Joe.
audience because they come to you to listen to your particular message that's never going to change. That's what
You
they're
get
coming
paid
to you
by
for.
the CIA.
And they're not going to.
You get
Yeah,
paid
I
by-
get paid
you're
by the
subsidized
CIA.
by the
Yeah, dude.
government.
I'm cutting a fat check from the government. How did you guess, dude? How did you know that?
Because you're not even interested in
What a
whether
fucking
9/11's fake or not.
Because I don't have time to research every. I'm not interested in the frogs are turning gay or not.
That's your
That's
job.
not my job. My job is to
That
entertain
literally
people on
is your
YouTube.
job.
That is not my job.
Actually, that makes no sense. If you're getting mad at me for watching conspiracy videos telling me to read Wikipedia, then why don't you read some conspiracy information if you're saying read both sides? If you're getting mad at me for blindly watching conspiracy videos, why I should get mad at you for only fucking digesting what the government already told you?
Sure. Then that's what I'm saying. If you want to give me a topic, I'll dig into it and we can go through it. But until then, yeah, I'm not going to watch one conspiracy theory video on YouTube and be like, oh, wow, this guy that's getting paid to tell me conspiracy theories and has a whole audience that loves conspiracy theories is telling me about a conspiracy theory. Why the fuck would I go to that guy for information about the conspiracy theory?
Yeah, it's true. We should trust the government instead. Don't trust some autist.
Yeah,
who
why
has
would
his
we
life
trust the
destroyed.
government, of changing people that's made up of tens of thousands of individuals with accountability agencies and government oversight panels? Why would I trust that stupid shit when I could just trust the one fucking schizophrenic dude on fucking YouTube? True.
Government chill. I trust the schizos. I trust the people that have their lives destroyed trying to tell the truth and get censored.
Tell the truth, yeah, of
9/11
course.
conspiracies are against the community guidelines, but you're like, oh, I trust Wikipedia. Okay.
Where's this Pearl Harbor video that you wanted to link me? Is it on YouTube?
YouTube.
Yeah, nice one, Nick. Okay, so give me a time and a date.
It is against the TLS.
Why is it on YouTube then?
I don't know. Maybe they.
Okay. Give me a time and a date for it. We can do
It's
it.
too based. Well, Sneeko, do you want to watch? I'll watch it with Destiny. You can watch it with me.
I'm down. When do you want to do it? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? You're gonna give me one day to read everything on 9/11 fucking conspiracies?
He's got to prepare. He's got to get to the State Department talking points. He's got to get a memo.
Hold on.
from
Let
the
me.
CIA.
What is today? Is the night?
Clinton before watching this documentary?
What?
You gonna call Hillary and Bill up before you watch a movie?
Destiny, why don't you just
No,
watch
I
it
actually-
with an open mind?
I
Why don't you
actually
just
call
watch
Hunter
it with an
Biden.
open mind, and be open to the possibility that the things in it are true.
Because that's not how good research works. You don't start with the
Really?
highly editorialized accounts. That's not how you learn about anything.
Wow.
That's why you believe everything Russia says about Ukraine, Nick, is when you start with the highly biased accounts, of course you're going to come up with a highly biased opinion.
Putin's a G. Of course I trust Putin.
If you want to try, yeah, of course, yeah. Why would Putin ever lie about anything? Yeah,
Joe
of course,
Biden.
of course. Telling me about the evils of the American CIA, but you'll go and suck off the Wagner group and
America
fucking
is evil.
Putin. That's the funniest shit in the
America
world
is
right
evil,
there.
and Russia's
100%. We can do
Look,
the
Destiny, you have
we
to
can
go
do-
into it with an open mind.
we
and
can
be
do-
open
I
to
have
the
an open mind.
possibility that you're wrong.
I
You
have an
don't,
open
'cause
mind.
you're
I
like,
do.
Well, I have to prepare. I have to read all the counterpoints and then watch.
It's not
it.
reading the
Like, you have to be
counterpoints.
open
It's
mind.
like it's getting as informed as possible the facts of the matter. Then it's looking up at, like stories from both sides. Yeah, so we can do the 20-second. Sneeko, if you want, we can do the 20-second on it.
What's
do it.
20?
That's a Monday.
3 days from now.
What?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do. You're in EST, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 9/11 debate on the 22nd.
Let's go!
At
Dude,
6
we're
p.m.,
gonna red-
okay?
Dude, Sneeko, we're gonna red pill everybody.
It's a fucking 5-hour documentary, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be an endurance test, Destiny.
Yo, Nick, you realize I'm gonna get called coon now because you dropped the N-word in front of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, call him out for it.
That was impolite. I should have said that.
Damn, you didn't do that when Jadion, Young Don, and Abba was on.
uh-oh.
But
What
now
does that
if
mean?
you're
What does he think of
comfortable-
you?
I got heated earlier. You can admonish me. You can admonish me.
All right, that was enough admonishing.
Okay. There you go. Well, hey, for what it's worth, Destiny subreddit, they said that you're like Sam Jackson in Django Unchained. Now,
Yeah,
that's
they called me
fucking...
a coon. Your white audience was calling me a coon because I'm talking to somebody who I agree
Hold
with
on,
the
they don't
most.
use
Well,
the coon word. They just say Uncle Tom, okay?
racist.
That's different,
That's
right?
liberal racism. That is liberal racism. Your fans are all white, Destiny. Every single person who watches you is a white dude.
No
and
shot,
they're all
dude.
gay. And they're all trans.
And they're LGBT. I would argue Nick has more minority fans than you, Destiny.
Absolutely not. No shot,
is-
dude.
that is totally
no
true.
shot,
Hey, I've been
dude.
shooting both of you off your bit. I've seen more Black Destiny, Black Nick fans than Black Destiny fans. Even though your name is an R&B singer from the '90s.
Where you've seen like 2 fucking Fuentes fans? What are you talking about?
No, I've been in the sub. They've been tweeting at me. They've been spamming my chat.
Oh,
I've met
the
them
guys
in
with the black faces, so they can say the N-word on Twitter. Those are the Black Nick Fuentes fans.
No, the people who put me on to Nick were black and Spanish. We got that rapper dude, Bryson, I forget his last name, who's
True,
been like
that's 3.
doing Trump raps, saying that he wants to get on the show. I think he's in the chat right now watching this.
Okay, well, I guess next time I'll bring all of my black fans, and Fuentes can bring all of his black. We can all bring all of our black fans to see us more. Okay.
All right, I'll be rolling 50 black fans deep, okay? Because because I'm there for my black friends, and they're there for me, because we're real, and we all dislike women, right? So that's really the cornerstone. I'm kidding. Yeah, but I found that very offensive. I saw that post. That was deeply offensive that they said that. They said I was like Leonardo DiCaprio, and they said Sneeko was like Sam Jackson.
Yeah. Liberal racism
Totally.
is classic white people condescending tactics.
Sick. It makes me sick.
I'm not a fan of that. Yeah. At least Nick loves black people. Come on, Destiny.
I would never say that. I would never say that.
Because he doesn't.
I would never say that blacks are Uncle Toms, because I respect black people even when they disagree with me. Not even when they're useful pawns for my liberal agenda.
Nick, you literally think black people are genetically inferior. You think that black people are genetically intellectually inferior.
I think that on average they have lower IQs, but
why do they have lower IQ? Why do they have lower IQs on average, Nick?
There's race differences.
Nick, why do you? Hold on, talk to me about this. Why do you think they have lower?
Sneeko.
Well, okay, here.
Because
Sneeko,
of
this is
genetics.
there you go. So what did I just say that you disagree with? Because of genetics.
You said that I think they're inferior. That's
no, I said you said they're intellectually inferior.
You just said roll the tape.
They're intellectually inferior.
Roll the
Say
tape.
it. You think they're less intelligent because of their genetics.
No, I'm saying.
What do you mean no? Wait, why are you saying no? Wait, why are you saying no?
We're talking about group differences on
No, we're not talking about group difference. We're talking about genetics.
Yes, we are. We talk about individuals, and we could say that an individual will have a higher IQ than another person. But we're talking about groups. We're talking about how IQ is distributed among many people. So it's not to say,
we're not just talking about the distribution of IQ. We're talking about why it's distributed differently, and you think that's because of genetics.
Because IQ is a genetic trait. It's a heritable trait. And by the way, most IQ researchers believe this. The majority of IQ researchers believe that.
That race can explain the differences in IQ between groups.
That IQ is heritable. That IQ
hold on,
is a
Nick,
heritable
Nick,
trait.
Nick, hold on. Stop, because now you're in a topic that I know more about. That's what you just said were 2 totally different statements. Saying that IQ is saying that IQ is heritable, that's not debated, of course. Over 200 different genes have been identified that relate to IQ. Saying that group differences in IQ are due to genetic differences, that's a totally different statement.
Of course, one follows from the other. Are you
no,
listening
one
to what
doesn't
you're saying? Absolutely, it does.
It doesn't. What are you talking about?
Absolutely, it does. If there are measurable differences between the IQs, and IQ is a heritable trait, I mean, I'm sorry. What are you missing here about that? Of course that makes it genetic.
Because there could be totally different, you can break apart the fucking, what are they, GWASP or whatever? You can break apart all these different genetic informations on groups of people and find tons of different genes across tons of different populations that control IQ. The idea that we can concretely say that the IQ difference from one population to another is just because of genes, that is not a position that's held. That is not, hold on. That is
why are Nigerians so many engineers? Why do Nigerians dominate in
That
this
is not a
field?
position that's held by the majority of IQ researchers. That's a really strong statement to make.
100% it is.
Okay.
And the reason why Nigeria, and that's a good question, Sneeko, it's because the thing is, you know, if you look at Africa, there's going to be 5 billion Africans by 2100. You're going to have proportionally fewer high IQ black geniuses in Africa, proportionately than you would in Asia, but there's going to be a shitload of black geniuses by 2100 just because of how big the population will be. And the point is, the reason why Nigerians have such a high income in America is because in America we have an immigration system where the people that are allowed to come in, if they're not let in illegally or for other reasons, are the highest IQ. They're the best of the best and the brightest. So that's why. So if you're looking at Nigerians, well, all the Nigerians that are here because of immigration, and the reason that they immigrated is because they were high IQ and had jobs here. They had a work visa or something. So that's why. But that's a problem because then we're taking all the high IQ people out of countries like Nigeria. You know, wouldn't it be good if Nigeria had those engineers and intelligent people?
No, that's not true either. There's literally no empirical
brain
data.
drain.
Yeah, it's called brain drain, and there's no data to support it. There's usually data that points to the opposite.
logical.
That when it's not just, you can't just say it's logical to make an argument.
Of course it
right?
is.
If you have a really smart person, but they don't have access to intensive capital for higher productivity or good educational institutions to be able to utilize their intelligence more, that person isn't going to grow into who they could be otherwise. So no, taking a really intelligent person from... Then why are you saying it's logical? Taking a really intelligent person from a country where they don't have those same opportunities and then bringing them to the United States oftentimes can make those countries at home even stronger. Because there's an inflow and an outflow of information that occurs when educated people go to the United States and then go back to their country as well. This is something that is documented. Brain drain is not. If you want to go look up studies for brain drain, you're not going to find any that support the concept.
Dude, I mean, you're literally obfuscating. You're obfuscating.
I'm not obfuscating. You can't say I'm obfuscating every time you're wrong about something. That's not how obfuscation works.
That's obviously what you're doing, because if America is bringing the smartest people out of Nigeria, and if those people are, of course you're right, if they get educated here and go back, that's different. But if you're talking about they come here and they stay here, then we're literally taking smart people that were going to be there and here. Now, you're right that maybe they wouldn't reach their full potential over there, but then the solution would be invest in capital over there, you know, if that's what you want to
invest
do.
in capital. Look at how you're just saying random retarded shit. What if we invest in capital over there? What are we invest? What are we going to invest in capital over there? There's a huge difference between just throwing money into random countries versus the most educated people coming to the United States, getting educated over here, getting good jobs, sending remittances back to their people, which can be a big source of income, right? Or bringing other people from those countries or traveling back to those countries with their level of education. Like, this is stuff that's argument. You can go look up NBER papers on it if you want, but like, I'm not going to sit here and argue with a fucking dictionary,
Remittances and human capital. Well, look, we don't need all these high IQ people. Look at all the remittances they sent to us. Look at all this cash they sent us.
Having a high IQ person in your country, isn't going to be relevant if you don't have the educational institutions or the capital for them to take advantage of those intelligences.
How are they ever going to progress if they don't have high IQ?
By traveling to another country, by getting educated, and then by working back with their home. They don't have to, but they tend to do so. They tend to do so.
They're going to build their country from America. All the high IQ people are going to go to America and rebuild Nigeria from across the ocean. That doesn't even make any sense. Oh, put a st- at that, so it must be true.
People tend to maintain the connections.
Sense.
People tend to maintain the connections both in education and in family and in corporation when they travel to other countries to work. A lot of that information travels back and forth. Again, you can go and look up NBER papers on this. This is a well-documented concept. Brain drain is not supported by any studies. It's a concept that exists in a dictionary. Okay.
Of course, if high IQ people leave one country and go to
of
another,
course. If a high
that's
IQ
the
person
definition
just
of
sits in a
drug.
fucking country with no person to take advantage of like his talents or his capabilities, that's so much better for them. Nice.
Yeah, it's true. The country should have no high IQ people, and all the high IQ people should be across the
Or
ocean.
people with high IQ should be able to sort themselves into the appropriate educational institutions, get appropriate jobs that allow them to earn more money. Yeah, what?
Nick, they're getting on my ass right now. Just I appreciate the free speech and everything, but you can't drop the N-word. You can't do that anymore on the stream.
I just did it one time on accident.
Just don't do it again. I know.
I know. I
Just
know.
don't fuck with that.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Yeah,
the
I'm trying
Jews
to be
though.
considerate.
The
Yeah,
Jews though.
well,
I'm playing.
as long as they're in Minecraft, right? As long as they're in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
But
Get my ass right now.
Since he said it once, do I get one pass, or am I just do I miss out on that opportunity?
That one
don't do it.
you're canceled. Nick, you get that one time. There was an A.
Unbelievable! Wow,
coming back.
Unbelievable, dude. Well, anyway, any final words? What?
Documentary, the 22nd.
The 22nd what?
You watching that 9/11 documentary, 9/11 debate?
20? You mean the 4-hour one? Yeah, I'll watch it. I have a date. I'll watch it. I'll do the research.
What research you have to do to prepare? I don't understand what you're gonna do.
Well, one is I've got to watch the documentary from start to finish. 2, I need to document the claims in that documentary that contradict the official story. And then 3, I need to start researching why the differences in those claims exist. So, for instance, if they make a claim about, like, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, well, then it looks like the next thing I'm going to be doing is researching, like, well, how does flame affect steel beams, right? If I find out that they melt at some temperature, I'm like, wow, that's some bullshit. Or I find out that they lose 80% of their integrity at some temperature, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that explains the difference. That's the process through which I research.
You have to do a lot of research.
Tower 7.
Yeah, we've all heard the same shit before. Thank you. Yes, Tower 7, yes.
You're going to watch this documentary, and if you don't get red pill that confirms you're a government spy, that's what you have to do. Sneeko, he's not going to go and research. He's got to go and call his government handler, and his government handler is going to say, these are the talking points we've been pushing for 20 years to deceive the American public.
Why are you so scared about me engaging critically with the material? Like, you just want me to watch your video and be convinced? You're so scared of me doing my... If I'm just going to sell you the same bullshit story that the government's telling you, then you should be able to disprove it all easily. You'll own me. You guys will destroy me in a debate.
I'm just saying you should go into it with an open mind.
I'm going to watch it, right?
Yeah, but you're not going into it with an open mind. You're going in there like, yeah, I'm going to point out all the flaws in this.
I didn't say...
You got to be open.
What did I say I was going to point out? What did I say I was going to point out?
You said you need to prepare.
Yes.
Yeah,
What did I say I was going to...
prepare if you have an open mind.
What did I say I was going to prepare? What did I say I was going to point out?
That'd be like if I was going to watch the Elvis
You don't remember?
movie, and I was
So
like,
I'll tell you.
before I see it, I need to watch all these negative reviews to make sure.
I didn't say anything about negative reviews.
What
What I said is that there is a common, officially accepted story for what happened with 9/11. So what I'll do is I will watch the documentary and I will document the differences in claims between the commonly accepted story and their story. And then I'll research why is there a difference. Maybe it'll come to be that when I do the research at the end, I'll be like, wow, this documentary made a lot of really good arguments. There are no ways to account for these differences. Or maybe, probably more likely, I'll do the research and I'll find out, oh, wow, this is accounted for by this or that or that. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm really curious to see how this goes.
Sure.
Because
Sounds good.
You're just like, you're just one of these government shills, bro. It's kind of sad to see. Where's the
And you're an alt media shill. You are literally you're an NPC. You're one of the most bot people in the fucking world, bro. I can give you any government story in the world. What?
Who is Nick shilling for? You shill the people who control everything in their life. Who the fuck is Nick shilling for?
Nick is shilling for everybody that wants to feel like they're above the system.
Okay, so you shill for the powers that be, and Nick is shilling for independence.
I shill for people to critically engage the world and question things as they will and to do research as they want.
Except for 9/11.
That's what
If
you want to question
that's a waste
9/11,
of
I
time.
just said I was
That's a
going to
waste of
research
time.
it. Why are you scared of me researching it, Nick?
Because I'm not.
You're scared of it. I literally just told you that I'll research it.
There it is. There's those tactics again.
The tactics of scheduling a formal debate? Do you see
your
do you
weaselly tactics of saying, why are you afraid of me 9/11? I'm not afraid of researching 9/11. The point is, you admitted earlier you never looked into conspiracies because that's a waste of my time.
I can't look into every conspiracy theory. Bro, even with this mRNA vaccine shit, I learn a new conspiracy theory every 2 months about the fucking vaccines. I can't keep up with every single fucking conspiracy theory that you make a living selling your gullible audience every day on stream. No, I don't know. I'd rather play fucking D&D, my dude.
Groundbreaking MSNBC take. You sell
You're so scared.
Like
You're so scared of me just doing some research, bro.
I want you to do it. I want you to watch it. I'm curious to see your reaction. Yeah.
I think I need to chill because I'm in an apartment. I don't know if my neighbor's gonna fucking kill me.
Man, you guys get heated over. But why did you really plan out to wear the blue and red shirts? This is too perfect.
No, it's like it's meme magic, bro, dude. It's meme magic. The red pill and the human blue, the human blue pill. But I like Destiny. You know, we're best friends. You know, I don't know if you know that, Sneeko, but we are best friends. We're also fierce rivals. And
no, I can see that.
You ever seen the Flowbots music video? The I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're like the two dudes that go the different ways.
That's cute.
Oh, is it ride my bike? No handlebars.
Hey, Nick, be careful. If he wins, you guys are gonna end up in a relationship.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
No, he's not my type. I'm not into Hispanics. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that is us. Yeah.
You Cuban and Mexican up here.
Yeah. Well, I like exotic. Okay, I like a little. In that regard, I'm similar to Destiny. A little novelty, you know. I like that. But I'm gonna have to go a boring white. I'm similar to Destiny in that regard.
I'm about to go back and stream. I'm yawning in this bitch. I'm tired, bro.
All right.
Oh damn! I was just gonna watch that 5-hour documentary too, but you know, on the 22nd.
Fuck off.
You're tired and you want to watch a 5-hour? Okay, cool. Well, listen.
If you want to watch it, I was ready to red pill you. I could be up for that. I don't give a fuck.
On the 22nd, we'll do it. Okay.
All right. Do your research and call Hillary.
It's Hunter. That's the guy I talk to now.
All right, chill.
All right.
Peace out, Nick. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man. Good night, guys.
Love you, buddy. Oh my god. All right, fuck it. Why not? I hear these come up enough. I've been playing a lot of Factorio. The question is, do I want to do this research on stream or off stream? I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on stream because there's going to be a million fucking dipshits in chat. So I'm probably going to have to do it off stream. Oh man. Can somebody give me the I need the link to this stupid fucking... Oh, the new Pearl Harbor. Jesus. 5 hours. Oh, man. Okay, well, damn. I love you guys. It's been fun. You're gonna have to put in like 15 hours of research? Maybe. This might be all I'm doing over the next 2 days. Do I have anything scheduled? 21st is the dating show thing. Otherwise, no. Okay. I would do it tomorrow on stream. I'm just so worried about like every retarded fucking comment that I can already see somebody typing in stream. Where like I'll Google one thing and somebody be like, Destiny, that's a biased Google. I should just mass ban. That's what am I doing? There's gonna our toner sub only mode. I might do that. Okay. I love you guys. It's been fun. Keep it real. How do we get here? JP Not Morgan, $10. Dylan Regenski. Don't touch JFKD. It's pretty muddy. They're going to give the strongest stuff to backdoor in current conspiracy. Try not to handle all of that. It's a trap. Destiny, please debate 9/11 with Ryan Dawson. Love you, buddy. Pepe wins. Destiny, you're a real one. I appreciate you. Wow. Thanks, guys. Right. I love you guys. It's been fun. I'll see you later. Ribber, cappuccino, poppuccino, hoppuccino, moppuccino, depuccino, cappuccino, appuccino, appuccino, my deuterinos. I will catch you guys next streamerino. Hello? Hillary? Wait.